We start after this, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time that we begin. Let's get our team.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we hear you.
Only hear me when it's focused.
Alright. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the time has hit 0 and the song is done. You know what that means? It's time for some fun. So,
Indeed it is.
what is up, guys? It's Brownie, the Joy Charge Gamers, charging you with joy with tonight's episode of Perception Check. You must have rolled pretty high to find our quiet little stream. First of all, I would like to apologize if I'm sounding out of it. There's been a lot of shit that's been going on, so I'll apologize in advance if things have been over on my end of things, and I want to apologize if I'm a bit out of it, but we're gonna hopefully make some progress, hopefully without some shit, and hopefully we'll get it. You've already oops, because I haven't put your new one in yet, dude. That's why. Yeah, I haven't put your new one in yet. I apologize.
Yeah, normally if I set it in my character sheet, it will use that, but...
Alright, let me put you in very quickly. Uno momento.
Nice. I'm getting my new...
Yeah, he's getting his character. Where is his character? There is his character. Let's see. I think I'm still missing a Secton in there too. Anyway, as I said, I am Brownie, your dungeon master for tonight, and joining us we have the same ragtag crew as you know them and love them? Question mark?
Despise them.
Well,
This is a good
question, I think is the better word. Alright. Anyway, so we have our team here. We have Raven playing Mugbeard.
Hello.
We have Zelion being played by Dell.
Oh.
We have Trilly being played by Aeon.
Hello.
Magnus being played by Chopper.
Hello.
Ursula being played by Heidi.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
But there isn't any playing.
I would have gone with the
Damn
sound
it.
of bullshit, but that works too.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And anyway, lost train of thought. We also have Topaz being played by Lena.
Hola.
And Secton being played by Secton.
Hello.
Although apparently Secton is
We're
not...
going to get used to that, Secton. You know that, right?
there is no section, only Gollum.
Secton, as him.
There
is no
is
Septon, only Septon.
there is no life, only
God.
Zool. Anyway,
Lord.
we have a little things just to go on because I believe we have said our hellos, and I think it's time that we get to tonight's episode of Perception Check. Is everyone ready to have some fun?
As long as you don't kill us.
Yeah.
Is fun mandatory?
It should be fun. I hope so, anyway. Anyway, I realized that the text box wasn't working. Managed to get it there. For some reason, my Twitch does not like that. Anyway, check 1, 2. All right, that looks good. So let's get the creepy music kicking in. We'll get Solemn Vow playing again. Let me know if everyone can hear the music. Don't worry, we'll sort out your character tokens afterwards, Mugbeard. We'll place you around. But anyway, let's get on with tonight's episode. Our Perception Check. So, in the land of Monu, the team that had been gathered together under the reign of Lord Titanus Ron had decided to take up residence in Helix for a while to try and acquire the Shard of Catalyst that had housed one of the ancient dragons used and is being trying to obtained by the Black Pen. After a battle with some giant scorpions, the team encountered one of their members, Diction, who had revealed that he had been manipulating one of our beloved teams, Magnus, for quite some time. If this and a vendetta had been changed, and Diction chose to come back the next day to try and acquire the shard for himself. With not much time to prepare, the team had rescued around to try and acquire a few things, fix themselves up, and acquire a plan in action in order to get themselves ready for the situation. With Zelion dropping off the potion of Sapphire Regret, being able to get that sorted out, the team made their way to the southern wall, and there they were greeted by Diction and his Ekal partner in crime, Ventus. After a pretty one-sided fight, the team were looking like to finish off Diction and Ventus at the same time. But with a little bit of luck, Diction, even though with his sword of madness in hand, couldn't seem to do the deed and managed to vanish before his life was taken, leaving poor Ventus, his Ekal, to fall under the reign of the team. The team then decided to take it easy, and getting the Shard of Catalyst from them on the very next day, the team chose to take up residence at the Greasy Ladle, where the team chose to relax while the drinking escapades of Magnus, Trilly, and Mugbeard entertained the crowd for a good while.
Close.
And
We
after...
also found out. Oh, sorry.
That's okay, go on.
Where we also found out that Mugbeard does not hold his liquor as well as a halfling.
It's true.
A little bit better.
That's true. That's
And-
true. Truly won the drinking contest.
Trilly did one.
Hey, but Magnus is actually bigger. He should have probably not winced out when he did.
Shut up, Blend the Dice God.
Blame RNG.
That's all you can do. Hashtag blame the dice. But anyway,
I was rooting for a Trilly all along, so...
with that, the team decided to take it easy, and with an encounter with Goldie outside, the team were promised the Shard of Azzy as well when they would be leaving. So, with that in mind, team, are you ready?
Indeed.
No?
Well, guess what, Mug? You're supposed to be. Anyway, so, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. So, mighty team, the morning, so after a rather hardy night's partying for some of you, or a quaint little loud night, shall we call it, for those who didn't want to take it easy, to the right a little. What about second pre-stream? What's second pre-stream? Shut up. Please don't aggravate me. Anyway.
Too late.
Thank you. Anyway. So, you all managed to wake yourselves up early in the morning, The morning is, for the first time in quite some time, it seemed a bit more bustly since the first time you all came here. It seemed a bit more lively in the morning. It's about coming up to maybe 9 o'clock in the morning at this point, because some of you were partying for quite some time, as well as some of you were trying to do your own accords of plans for the evening, whether it was on winding down or just relaxing. So, most of you pretty much make your way down the stairs, except for the heavy drinkers of the night before, Mugbeard, Trilly, and Magnus, who are still somewhat fast asleep, and are basically asleep.
Didn't I get woken up at the end of that last episode?
No.
No, you didn't. They tried to shrug you awake, but the wording was they actually left you there and nobody dragged you up.
Yeah,
Yes,
if I
you
also
rolled-
remember correctly, I got 2 natural 20s from.
Yes, you rolled 2
Thunder
natural
Clap.
20s on a sleep check.
Do you wake up? No. I'm gonna. Yeah. No, guys, you realize he rolled 2 20s. He got 40 winks.
Hey.
Son of a bitch!
Oh, God.
And how much you want to pay? 5 to 20.
How long were you
or
sitting
40
on that
to-
joke?
About 20 seconds. Anyway.
Who here wants to bet that Magnus and Mugbeard have monster-sized hangovers?
I was just getting to that.
Funny
But-
enough,
I'm betting
Mugbeard might
against
actually
it.
have
Yeah.
one, because he's poison resistant.
Yeah, he has one. He's got the pain of it. He's just not feeling the fatigue of it. I think it's the best way. But anyway, so
Also, I'm quite used to it.
that's true. That's sort of why. Plus, he's master of the drunken style. That's why. Anyway, so the team, you all make your way down in the morning. As I mentioned, the first half of the group, or the majority of the group, make your way down. You're greeted by Pick, who's there once again at the counter, per usual, and you all, for the sake of time, will say that about an hour later, the drunken champions all make their way down the stairs, with Magnus leading the charge down first, with Mugbeard coming down second, and Trilly coming down third. So the lot of you are all sitting at a table that's close to where the stairs were, which is actually the same table where you guys were. And as you guys have just been plated up, and you guys are just coming close to the end of breakfast, you all turn and you see pretty much the bedhead, messed up forms of the half-orc, halfling, and dwarf greeting you at the entrance to the lower area.
Kill me.
Not literally, just get me hair of the dog, damn it!
I tried yesterday, but it didn't work too well.
What did you do yesterday? Only thing I heard was a snap, and that's about it.
Nothing. You don't need to worry about it.
You just see,
All I know is that he's not doing well.
you just see,
Let's see.
what you guys don't see is you just see Pick just pounding away trying to fix what part of your thunderclap already that even the night before was trying to fix. He goes, "Oh, I've got the proof right here."
What the hell happened last night? I didn't do that, did I?
Yes, you did. You fell down and you made that dent in the floor.
Okay, the dent in the floor I understand, but why is he repairing a wall?
Can we please resort to sign language for the next month?
Nope.
Just get them
Damn
some water, please.
Town.
Might be an idea. Coming right up. So,
Hair of the dog, 2, please. If you got any.
I think we might have at least a little left, but I can't promise it, kid.
No coal this time, damn it.
Don't worry. Not gonna do that. So anyway, as you guys are all getting yourselves settled in, Pick brings you out the food and the drinks, even for those who have just come in late. And basically, after about half an hour, you guys have all finished up, and the day is now yours. So,
What kind of drinks?
It's because it's a breakfast time. It's the sort of because of Pick being a dwarf, he's got kind of good on the strength of hands and things. It's sort of like a bit of squeezed up, sort of really fresh orange juice, just literally squished from the orange, as well as like bits of like just like glasses of water and sort of the odd cup of ale, shall we say, for those who wanted one.
Oh, okay, that's good. I was like, no, I'm not having that.
Yeah.
Nope, I'll order a beer, but okay, no, I'm fine.
Pear of the dog was the thing we drank last night.
I would like to swap a tankard of ale for Mugbeard's orange juice.
Make a sleight of hand check. And while that's going on, Mugbeard, make a perception check. So, first rolls of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Natural 20 for Trilly!
No way it happened.
The first roll, so Mugbeard. Uncle
perception checks?
It's just Mugbeard. Basically, at the minute, Trilly's just swapping the drinks around. So while that's going on, so Mugbeard, as you're sort of just going into a nice piece of meat, and you're sort of just shaking your head like, trying to recall the events of what happened, because you did quite a lot of drinking, unaware to you that the halfling has swapped the drinks, swapping your ale for an orange juice, unbeknownst to you.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
He's getting the ale, I'm nicking his orange juice.
You're swapping. Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
But I already was drinking ale.
Yeah.
He's got another one.
Well, I'm going to be fucking happy now, aren't I?
Enjoy!
I ordered 2 ales, now I have 3.
Trilly, the master of happiness. Alright.
Trilly, I love you. If I had noticed, I would love you.
Kind of roll my eyes.
I'm just sitting here sipping my orange juice, just looking at them like, well, he's gonna have a hangover again. Not my problem.
I'm just looking at my drinks and I'm like, wait, I can't count, or something changed.
You don't even know where the ale came from. You're just happy there's a third one.
Exactly. I'm like, I've got 3 now. What? I'm fine with this. Let's
anyway
drink.
So, for the sake of levity, we'll say you guys have all just relaxed. You've had your drinks, your food.
Aren't we
You've
supposed to
basically.
go over to the palace?
I was just about to say the day is yours. So, what do you wish to do?
I'm going to the palace.
You're going to.
Well, okay.
The castle. I'm going to the castle.
Yeah, the beacon. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm going to go there to retrieve something. So.
Is anyone else doing anything? Is everyone going with him?
Sexton is gonna go to the battlefield where we fought Diction.
Okay.
Right, so you can get some of those ball
Now,
bearings and fire them.
all right. Anyone else doing anything before, just so I can plan ahead?
Okay, so how long will it take for everybody to be ready, approximately?
By ready, you mean doing what they're doing, or just getting ready to go out and do their own thing?
Right?
All of the above. How many hours do you think it'll take?
The equivalent. It depends what everybody really wants to do, but I'd
Sparks.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're. If you're on about Sparks, Sparks at this point still has about 4 hours left before Bash's spell wears off on it.
Oh boy.
Speaking of which, where is the pervert?
Yes, that's what I'd like to know as well, so I can give him a good pounding. What he said to me earlier.
That didn't come out the way you thought it would, did it?
No, but I think I get. Anyway, I'll say for the sake of timing, it takes you about make an investigation check for me. And since Topaz was curious as well, you both can roll separately, or one of you can roll with advantage.
Okay, well,
Okay, hang on a second.
All right.
I'm just going to go check.
I'll just roll separately.
Yeah, I'll just roll separately too. So.
Fair enough. Zelion, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm going. So while that's all going on, I'm going to go check. I'm gonna go check on Sparks now that everybody brought him up.
Okay.
So what is it again? Is it
investigation?
Investigation. Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
No problem.
I'll just follow Magnus.
All right.
Frilly will go with Zelion in case you need an interpreter.
Okay. So 7 for Ursula.
Zellion's a boy.
Animation in the game window. Not really, no. Sorry, it's just a map on Roll20. We're not as skilled on there. 15 for Topaz. So, Ursula, you sort of look around a little bit. You inquire a few times to find out. And you find that Bash isn't at his home. And you figured you could ask a bit of help with Topaz, who knows the city a little more. You do find, I'd say, after about half an hour of searching, you do know that Bash is currently residing in the market square.
Okay, good. I'll just avoid that area then.
Yeah, at the minute, I can tell you he is currently at the blacksmith. All right. So let's see. So just remind me. So we've got Magnus and Mugbeard who are going to the beacon. Sector is going to the battlefield. Let's see. Who else are we missing there? Let's see. I think that's everybody in check there, hasn't it? Yeah, that's everyone with plans. All right. Sorry, I just had to make sure everybody had things written down. That's all. All right. So we'll start off with Secton because he's all by his lonesome. We'll start off with Secton. So, Secton, you make your way to the ruined wall on the southern outskirts of the city. By the way, I haven't cleaned things up a little bit, so things are still as they are from the last one, so please excuse me.
What is everyone doing here?
Yeah, they're all they're all in your mind. Damn it. Alright, anyway, so...
We're an optical illusion.
Damn, Secton's magic is that good. Anyway, so Secton, as you make your way to the southern gate, you see a couple of solar guards who are currently residing to try to fix up the wall. You see them sort of looking all over the southern area kind of thoroughly, looking for any traces, and you do see a familiar figure to you, or rather a formal-looking type of figure who's currently sat there. You see Marshal Enig running around, and he's currently just standing by the cannon watching everyone. You sort of see him barking orders, sort of like, come on, we got to get this stuff here as fast as possible, come on! And he sort of looks over in your direction and sees you coming. Oh, it's the wizard boy! Come over and say hello, come on!
I just kind of sigh and walk up to him. Seen anything? Anything odd here? Besides for a cannon?
Well, besides the giant tool of destruction here, well, not much. We tried using a few we got a few solar guards using some magic tracing stuff, and so far we haven't found too much. I mean, we found some messed up pieces of magic all over from what you and your friends did the other day. Nice job on that Ekal thing, by the way.
Yeah. You sure you haven't found anything?
Well, we've looked around. I mean, you're welcome to help us look if you want to try find something.
I will cast the Detect Magic.
Okay, Detect Magic. So, just remind me, you don't have to roll for that, do you?
No, it just says it's 1 action and 10 minutes. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
Okay. So, you're currently by the cannon, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so, you sort of stand there for a while, and you see Enig just looking at you for a while as you're trying to basically enchant yourself to get this magic spell. He looks at you for a moment and is just like, what are you doing? This is not time for statues.
I just wave my hand like, shut up.
Okay. He just sort of looks at you for a moment and goes, "Alright, never could understand these magic types anyway." And he just sort of walks off towards the barracks on this side over here. So, after 10 minutes, you channel yourself with the energy needing to sense magical presence. And as you get that sense, as you open your eyes, in your mind, you do hear a sudden beep, 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 and you get the sense that something is close. Currently, from your vicinity, it is currently less than about 10 feet away.
Okay.
Do you head towards the signal, or do you just look around everywhere else first?
Alright, we're like, this?
Yes, I'll follow the signal like a metal detector. Actually, it says you see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
All right, okay.
And you learn its school of magic, if any.
Okay, right. I have to know this. So, Secton,
Interesting.
as you get the image in your head, or you hear the sound that tells you that something's close, as you look around, you look on the ground where you see the remains of the broken stone that Diction threw. And it's there you see the little red stone carved up, literally split into the equivalent of about maybe 50 or 60 small pieces of different shapes and sizes. And it isn't a strong magical presence left in them, but as you're looking at them, you can slowly see that the magic is slowly beginning to fade from them. Other than that, that is the only thing in the area that you can tell.
Okay. I will pick as many up as I can and put them in my bag.
Okay. So, write down, if you can write that on your thing, you have a broken stone of transportation.
Okay.
All right. So, just to let you know, I'll just say that just for the sake of it. Just to let you know, the stones right now, they cannot be used for transport. They are essentially slowly beginning to lose power after being used. So, that's just
Well, of course, they're shattered into a million pieces.
Basically, yeah. And involving the school, by the way. At the minute, as this is the first time. Actually, hold on. You said that it gives you this. I'd have to give you that later because I have to admit I completely forgot that looked at school. I'll get that information for you afterwards. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, sorry, just doing that. All right. So, is that everything for you, Secton? Are you wanting to stick around?
Since I got the spell says it lasts for 10 minutes, so I'll just take a stroll near to the statue.
Okay.
Just look at it, see if I sense anything there.
All right. As you make your way to the statue, you get a glimpse of the royal figure that it stood once before. I have to admit, I forgot the name, so you have to forgive me for this. So as you look over the giant statue, you get the sense of this figure. This is now the proper time you've looked at it. And as you look over it, you do see something. Looking up, near the head of the statue, you do see that in the eye sockets, one eye is missing, but the other one has a small blue gem inside of it. And you do see a small aura coming from that stone.
Ooh. I will cast Misty Step.
Oh, okay! Oh, wow, he's going for it!
Up onto the statue's shoulder, and I'll try to look at the eye.
All right.
Possibly take it if I can.
Okay. As you try to reach it, I'll need you to make a strength check, because it's wedged in there. A wizard's forte.
Yeah. Do athletics? Or is it just a pure strength check?
Strength if you're gonna pull out. I'd say because of Misty Step, you got it there perfectly fine. But to get the gem, you'd have to do a strength check.
Okay.
8. You sort of reach your hand towards it, and you can't quite get a good grip. You get the best grip you can, and as you pull, it's kind of wedged in real tight, but it's not. You do sense a little bit of a budge, but it's too wedged in to kind of get anything out of it. You're just not physically strong enough to pull it out. But as you look over at the stone, by the way, you do sense something about it, though. You actually sense a familiar magic to it. A familiar magic that you had actually seen the day before. It is another stone of transportation.
Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Like, ooh.
Yeah, I'm letting you know that's a stone there because you obviously saw the one before.
Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to think, if I was somehow able to break it, would it bring me somewhere? Or would I have to, like, do something special?
So
But I suppose that's a little meta here.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
My character would know how transportation stones work or not.
Make an Arcana check for me. We'll find out. Let's find out. 24! Nice!
Yeah!
Wow.
So, being that this is since that yesterday was the first time you saw the stone, it was like the first time you physically saw it in action. But based on your studies of growing up at learning magic, though transportation is something you're not quite familiar with, you at least know that to use a warp stone, in your mind you have to picture a place of familiarity to you. Somewhere that is comforting to you. A place that makes you feel safe. You would then throw the stone on the ground, and as you would do so, you would channel that magic energy into the stone, and if you poured enough magic energy into it, it would teleport you to your destination. Just short of it, you would warp closer, but not quite close, and not enough magic, it wouldn't work at all.
Okay.
So basically, you only got one chance to use it.
Correct. Because the fact it can warp you to any place that's familiar to you, it is essentially a one-way ticket type of thing.
In other words, no return trips.
Yeah. Unless you had another one, in which case you could use one way, one the other, essentially.
Yeah.
So basically, you would need... Well, does it work like Goku's instant transportation or instant transmission?
Yeah.
I'll say, because of Secton's knowledge there, I'll say you would essentially traverse the planes of reality. You would traverse the human plane. You would actually enter the celestial plane for only about 5 seconds, and then you would arrive at your destination.
From Star Trek Discovery.
Essentially, yeah.
Would I be able to try... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Basically, what I was thinking was, if you hold on to him and he throws it onto the ground, will we all get teleported, or would just he be transported?
Let's see.
In other words, what's the weight capacity for that thing?
Well, that's a very good question, actually. I will get back to you when I figure that out.
Yes. Secton needs to study the stone a little more to figure that out.
Yeah, I'll say fair enough. I'd say if you find like a magic specialitist who works on transportation or transmogrification, I'd say you might be able to get some information out of it. But that's the best I could tell you right now.
Would I be able to take a knife now and try prying it out?
Oh, I'd say... Yeah, we can hear you, Del. Don't worry. Alright. I'll say in this situation, I'll allow you one more attempt because you know how important this stone is. So make a dagger attack if you still have your dagger.
Okay. The dagger tag is...
So it's a d20 plus your strength. We know how well that worked.
Well, hopefully he'll get better. Well, hopefully he'll get better this time.
Let's find out.
May the luck of the dice be with you, Sexton.
15. So because of how much you wedged into it, you see the gap where you can try your luck with the dagger. As you put your knife into the hole, you sort of wiggle the dagger to try to get it loose. You do see Enig looking up at you for a moment and goes, "What are you doing up there, magic man?"
Fixing the statue.
You're trying to pull out something to fix it?
I dripped a little blood on it. I'm trying to scrape it off.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, God.
Wouldn't that count as deception though, because it's alive?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I had a brain dead moment. I forgot. Oh wait, is deception? Is it deception? Yeah, it is. Deception is a skill. Go ahead. Make a deception check. Oh, actually, I'll say make persuasion or deception. It's up to you.
They're both the same.
Okay, fair enough then. Make your choice.
Yep, I just did a deception.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that the
pick your
14?
poison.
Is that the 14 there?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so he looks at you for a moment and goes, "Well, alright, just be careful with that thing. That statue's been around longer than any of us have."
Yeah, I think it'll survive some scrubbing.
Alright, just let us know if you need some water or something. And he just goes back to his... And he just walks off and goes back to his cannon just to inspect it. So as you're sort of wedging the stone, you do pull a little bit, and it takes you a little bit of time. And as you do... Ding! And you actually flick it out. And you do catch it, but with how much pressure you have to pull to get it out, it does knock you back a little bit, and it actually begins to knock you... Oh, wait. Would be deception, actual line, persuasion. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I forgot which way it worked there. But anyway, so because of how hard you had to hit, it does sort of cause you to lose your balance for a bit. I need you to make an athletics check to see if you keep your balance. 15! So you do stumble a little bit, but you do manage to find your feet, and you prevent falling off the statue.
Oh. I hold on for dear life and stuff it into my satchel.
Okay, so write the stone in there, and you have a stone of transportation.
Okay.
And if you want to keep hold of it, I will give you the statistics for that when we finish.
Alrighty. And then I will climb down, probably like to the crook of the arm, and then jump onto the wall.
Okay, that's easy enough done. Because of what you did in the battle, I'd say that's easy enough.
And then just slide down and just
the world's rockiest slide.
Yeah. And then just kind of nonchalantly walk back into town.
So you're just gonna just walk back.
Yeah, just kind of like
just sort of just that little do.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say... actually, let me see if Enig is going to spot you. I'm going to make my first roll of the night. Nope, he's too distracted with his cannon.
Sweet.
It is a 2 + 1. He got a 3. So he just looks at his cannon, doesn't even notice you at this point. So, what are you doing? Are you walking back to the greasy ladle? Are you walking back to anyone in particular?
No, nowhere particular. I guess just kind of wander in town, hoping to just run into someone familiar.
Okay. So, at this point, we're now going to go back to Helix. And we're now going to go back to... Let's see. Who would actually like their turn? We'll ask this. Who would like their turn? Zelion and Trilly or Magnus and Mugbeard? Who would like their turn? Oh, Zelion's straight at it. Dell's gone out. Alright, so, Zelion and Trilly, You both, with your plan to make your way into the town. As you make your way into the town, you obviously look around for the sight of Sparks, who is still sort of in the middle of the square, because with him being a giant scorpion, he can't exactly leave very easily. He's just sort of there, and he looks over at in your direction, and he does sort of the usual greeting hello. He sort of raises his giant pincers, and he's like, and he just slowly makes his way towards you at this point.
I wave back.
All right, I'll just move those out the way. So you're about here. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. How are you doing? I give Sparks a pat on the head.
He just sort of jumps a little bit, like.
Okay. Fucking animals would be really handy right now. Look over at Trilly.
What? Oh, right.
Yeah, you look over and you see Trilly is just still slightly dazed from the drinking.
Are you okay?
Ask me in the morning. No, apology. It is the morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is pure improv, just for the record.
Hang
You're
on.
looking glorious too.
Yeah.
Trilly will cast Speak with Animal.
Okay. So, with a quick sort of actions as you do, you manage to coat Sparks in a gentle aura, and there you see as he looks down at you and he just stares at you for a little bit. It's just like, so you can understand me when you cast that spell. So that's how this works.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay. Can we be under the assumption that if we're communicating with them, Trilly is kind of translating for us?
Yes.
Yes, I am doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Quietly.
So, I fold my arms across my chest and just kind of smirk. Okay, so Sparks, how have you been?
Just fucking timing of yawning. sorry for those yawning. Sorry, I've been awake since 1 a.m. Give me a job. I'm awake. So Sparks just looks over. He's just like, I'm obviously fine. I've had a few people give me the cautious stare, but at least it's less people than usual.
Well, they might be just starting to get used to you. I mean, they were attacked by giant bugs after all. No offense.
None taken. So, what are you two doing out so early then?
Well, first we thought we might check up on you, so see how you were doing.
I appreciate that.
Although now that I'm thinking about it, there is something that I've been curious about.
And what is that?
Before the last time we did this, the last time we talked to you, that you felt drawn to this town. Do you know how exactly that felt?
It's hard to put into words. It just felt like I just felt like it was this presence who, like the Force or something that keeps me here on this plane. It's the same thing, but it pulls me towards the city. Just to put into a slight meta form, think like a magnet with a metallic object.
Okay.
Is it drawing you to the city in general, or just like a specific bit of it?
I do not know. It's hard to put into words. I'd have to say, I think it might be underneath the city.
Beneath?
Yes.
In the sewers where Yubanut was?
Oh God, I don't want to go back down there.
Well, if it is down there, it's too big for my body to fit through.
Do you still feel that pull now?
I do. That's why I was here in this giant open area. That and there you see he actually points with his tail towards the blacksmith, and as you look over, you do see the sight of Bash talking over with the local blacksmith sitting right there. They're having obviously their standard little moment together. They're sort of having a nice talk with each other as they do, and they're just sort of relaxing at this point. He's sort of at this point. Titan looks over in your direction and is just sort of like, "Morning, champions!"
Oh God.
Oh, sorry, little one. Sorry, little one. How's your head?
Painful. Thank you.
No worries. Get well soon.
At least I won.
You did. To be honest, Bash was just giving me the money that he owes me for that. Yeah.
Wait a second. Let me see if I got this straight. Titan and Bash were making bets on who would win the contest.
Yep, but let me put it this way. When you got...
That's why he wasn't around.
Yep! To be
I never had to pay him in the first...
To be honest, that's what... Bash looks over in this direction and goes, "To be honest, that's why I wasn't at the party last night. I was busy trying to get the gold for all this crap."
I sigh and facepalm.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna stab him.
Yeah. If you want to know, little one, you won me 35 gold!
Nice.
Hold on. And he actually dips into the bag, and he actually throws you with his giant half-orc hand, and he throws you a bag of 5 gold. Call that a comeuppance for helping me win.
Thank you very much. I feel better already.
Use that.
You feel better once you get some cash.
Treat yourself, ass. And he just gets back there and he goes, "Right, I'll get back to work." And there you see
I'll
Bash.
come by and get the armor a bit later on.
Yeah, I should probably finish that off. Sorry, the money thing, you know.
No worries. I'm not in any rush.
Alright. And with that, Bash walks over, and you see him just sort of looking kind of upset as he looks over. He actually looks in your direction, it's just like, "I'm happy to see you guys alright." And then you see a frown just appear on his face as he walks off.
Never make bets. This is why I don't make bets.
Well, I suppose plus side, if we have to go back into the sewers, at least my new armor won't smell of shit tomorrow.
I kind of look over at Sparks. So what? You were just waiting on those two to finish up?
Yes. As you understand, I am obliged to follow Master Bash.
That's okay. That's fair. I suppose the spell, as long as the spell is if the spell's the only thing keeping you sane at the moment.
At the moment, it is. I don't wish to cause the fear, but what do you plan to do now?
Well, we were planning on leaving Helix, but we do. But
with us.
Cool.
Metahawk, damn it! It's a Metahawk.
Somebody kill that freaking pigeon or
Well,
hawk.
bird to shut up.
The pigeon just flies over. Cool.
Somebody kill that.
Moving on.
Somebody kill that freaking pigeon.
Nah.
I've tried, damn it.
And the Dove's like,
Oh no, there's another one! Anyway.
God damn it!
No,
That
you're
a
just...
duck?
No, dove.
Oh God, they're
Next thing you
breeding.
know, we're gonna have a meta penguin.
The DM
No,
will...
no, no, okay.
DM will remember this! Anyway.
okay.
Yeah, because they're not here. Yeah. Right now they're here, just to let you know, Mad Day. Alright.
I look over. I kind of look at Sparks. I'm curious. Do you know anything about the Staff of Jirai? Does it mean anything to you?
I don't know particularly, but Jirai is a name I am familiar with.
Interesting.
It is a name that has been passed down by people and creatures alike. Supposedly, Jirai is the god of the scorpions.
Wait, the scorpions? Not just the insects in general?
Indeed. Why do you wish to know?
Well, we think it may. I think anyway that the stuff that you may be that pull that you're feeling is probably coming from the Staff of Jirai.
You mean they have created something that commands the god's power?
I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. Maybe. If we destroyed this staff, would you be able to think freely?
If that is the thing that is pulling me, I would say yes, but and with that, the spell fades.
Crud.
And you see him like...
I've lost him.
Don't worry
Signal's gone! Quick, use a bug and get the antenna!
And I'm like, I'm like, I pet Sparks in the head. Well, you gave us some good info, Sparks. Thank you.
I could cast it again.
All right.
God,
That means-
the wind outside is bad.
Yeah. At this point, you guys actually watch over. You do suddenly hear this sound of whistling as you see the sight of Secton coming up from the southern entrance, just looking kind of happy with himself. He whistled off.
Barely second that whistle.
Oh no, he can whistle. It's just he just whistles for a little, and then that.
Gotta get his lips all moist.
Nice. Secton.
Okay, Secton with the graphics. Good job.
Mwah! Good night, everybody. Anyway,
You're all week. Be sure to tip your waitresses.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more.
And highlight. Anyway, so Secton, you look over and you do see the sight of Zelion and Trilly just sort of finishing the conversation with Sparks, and you make your way over, and that is when they begin to notice you.
I kind of glance over at Secton and just kind of wave at him. Hello.
I have gifts for you.
What kind of gifts?
I reach into my bag and give Zelion the broken teleportation stone. The shards.
I take the teleportation the broken teleportation stone. What in the world is this?
It's one of these, and I grab the other one and give it to Trilly.
Oh! So Trilly, you look over and Zelion, because the fact that you just arrived, this is hard for you to tell exactly what this is. But you just see this broken bits of red shard and stone that looks before you. But then as you look over at the one Trilly's got, you see it's the same sort of material, but her one is colored blue. And you just see that there's some kind of ominous feel about it. But Trilly, you look over your one, and you recognize it as the same stone that Diction was holding before he went poof.
Before the coward turned tail and ran.
I call it strategic running.
I call it chickening out.
I call it bullshit.
I call it DM don't give a fuck.
Isn't this what Dick used to run away?
What is that head, by the way?
Truly with the roast.
It's similar, but this one is different. I found this in the eye of the statue out there.
The statue of the king?
Yes. So I don't know if it's coincidence that we just happened to fight next to it, or if Diction was trying to grab it for some reason.
Okay.
Next.
That is interesting. I pocket the red transportation.
Yep.
Gem
So
for now.
Broken Stone of Transportation. That's the one you've got.
Well, unless there was something very wrong with the king, those two stones, and I'm fairly sure he must have had two eyes. So.
Yeah, but there wasn't one in the other socket, so I don't know where that went.
He had two eyes in one socket? Yeah.
There was not one in the other socket, I should say.
Okay.
Gee, I wonder if it might be the broken one you just gave me.
Possibly, but where was Diction at the South Gate before?
Yes.
Beforehand? I'm trying to remember.
Well, we don't know. We won't know.
Okay.
All we
I'm
know
not sure
is
if this is something we need to bring up and ask around about, or if I just kind of desecrated a sacred statue. But
okay.
You know what? On the off chance you did, maybe we shouldn't bring it up then.
okay.
we could or we could ask Lana.
You can go ask Lana.
Fine. Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say, Sexton may not be that stupid since he's the one who took the stone out of the eye socket.
Oh.
So you get two stones out. You got both stones out of the same socket.
No, the broken one was on the ground that Diction threw, and the blue one came from the
Oh.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, with you now. Sorry.
But I'm not sure if the broken one if there's going to be anything useful to glean from it, or if I just gave you trash.
I pull out the broken teleportation stone. Is it possible for me to, detect to sense any magic from it?
If you have detect magic, then basically, yeah.
Well, I do not have that spell, unfortunately.
Then you just look over it, and you just know from hearing from the words of Sexton that you just know that this stone at least has some kind of meaning, and the fact that he found it and sent something magical about it, you just believe him that something is up about this.
I pocket the gem once more. Okay, I'll have someone look over this later. And Sexton.
Yeah?
Something I was planning on bringing up with everybody else later, but I guess you might as well be the first to know. Trillian and I were talking to Sparks earlier, and we kind of got some interesting information about Jirai.
Jirai?
Jirai?
I don't know if I'm familiar with the staff.
Basically, it's a staff that's meant to draw insects to it, and apparently Sparks thinks it might be in this city, and it might be what's drawing it.
Where at?
The sewers, by the sounds of it.
Oh God.
I point to the well. I point to the well where I know the entrance to one of the entrances to the sewers is.
My shoulders slump and I just sigh. God damn it.
Sexton, make a wisdom check for me, please.
Okay.
Make a wisdom check. Go ahead.
I can't wait to tell the rest of the party we get to spend another day wallowing in shit.
6. Okay. The moment that they mention the sewers, the only thing that fills your mind is the fear of another giant spider coming in and tangling you up in a net again.
I'm just like, God damn it.
Yeah, you just go. You both Truly and Zelion, you look over at Insectin and you just see his eyes go wide, like, oh god.
Okay.
Oh crap! That's pretty much what it would be. That's pretty, and that's being literal about it.
Yep.
Please.
In every literal sense of the word. Oh crap!
Yep.
May I be? May
Yeah.
I?
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, okay. Well, bright side, we took care of Yubonet. I don't think there are any more spiders down there, unless Diction somehow summoned another giant spider down there. I walk over to the well. Is it sealed up?
You look over. You see that the well has not been sealed up.
Someone still hasn't sealed up this thing yet?
No one's brought it up yet, to be specific.
I think this was brought up when Bash and and a few others were in the market square.
I guess you could say they haven't brought it up either. Everyone's been distracted.
That's essentially what it is, yes.
Okay. I saw it. Is there at least a ladder leading down this entrance?
From the view that you've got, you see that there is a ladder, but it only connects to like the bottom part of the well from the sewer. In other words, it touches the sewer floor and it goes to where the bottom of the well goes.
There's nothing at the top of it? There's nothing at the top of this? How does anyone get out then? How does anybody get in?
I'd imagine people aren't stupid enough to go in, thus they don't need to get out.
Yeah, well, anybody got a rope?
Yes.
If I borrow it?
Sure. And Trinity will hand over a rope.
Okay, I take the rope and then is there anything I could tie it to?
I'd say you can at least find like the benches that are close to where the well is. That's probably about the best you've got. Or rather, hold on a second. Let's do this a little proper.
I hope 50 feet is long enough.
Yeah, I'll say that you find. Sorry, as I say, I have not cleaned up lately, so my apologies. But yeah, I'll say you can tie it up to like one of the benches here.
Oh, all right. Okay, so I tie one end of the rope to one of the legs of one of the benches, and then I kind of toss the rope down and gauge how far down it goes.
Okay. As you look over, you see that the rope just touches where the ladder goes.
Oh boy. Okay, I look over at Trillion Sectin. Okay, so I'm gonna go down there and see if I can find if the Staff of Jirai is in fact down there.
Should we wait for Magnus and Topaz?
I may as well take a peek just to see if it's safe, and then we'll see if we should bring them with us. If we should have them come down here.
Okay.
I kind of carefully climb up on top of the well, grab the rope, just to check how if the knot is staying fastened. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, and then I slowly begin to rappel myself down the well until I reach the ladder.
Okay.
And I carefully grab, and then I push myself over to the ladder and and grab onto it, careful not to smack myself against the wall.
Okay.
Slowly, and then I carefully rappel down the ladder. But not get off it, just in case I need to climb back up.
Raw! Just a sudden raw! Sorry, I couldn't resist. I was like, everyone's quiet. Raw! Sorry. No, so you make your way to the bottom of the ladder, and everything's fine. As you make your way down, though, and I really wish you didn't do this, because I actually deleted the map. I deleted the sewer map.
I didn't think anyone was going to come down there.
Why?
No, I did not! I thought you would have mentioned it and left it! DM notes, ladies and gentlemen. Duh. I'll admit, I am derp.
Damn.
Alright.
Isn't there a way to get the map back, though?
Not unless I redraw it.
Damn it.
Don't.
Crud.
Wop, 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 wop.
Okay, let's.
Well, I mean, do we all still remember what it looked like at least?
Long story short, think like a Bomberman map, only without the bricks.
There you go. So we'll just base it off of that.
Yeah, sorry, that's the best I got, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, I'd get that map if I could again. Anyway, so, as you make your way down, you're greeted with that familiar, warm, musty smell of the sewers as you make your way down. You do see, exactly as you did before, this really faint light that fills up the sewers, the sound of running water, and you do get the sense that you do hear the sound of scurrying as you're down there.
Okay. I'm going to kind of listen and see what exactly is making that scurrying. And hoping it's not another spider or a scorpion or anything like that. I'm hoping it's just a mouse.
Making a perception check.
Okay, while Zelion's doing that, I have to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Is your bonus carcass still down there in the sewer?
Oh, the spider's carcass?
Yes. Is the spider's dead carcass still down there in the sewers?
No one knows.
Because they haven't been back down there since we killed it.
It was.
Yep.
It was there when we left, right?
Yes.
We know that much at least.
Yeah. You guys all left as you did so because of the whole situation with Corestone. Oh, sorry, Corestone. Anyway, 16. I'll say you're at least familiar enough that based on what you have heard, you do hear the sound of the scurrying that you hear. It's quiet enough to not be anything bigger than your size. But that's the best I can tell you without you going further.
Okay. I'm kind of muttering to myself, please let it be a mouse, please let it be a mouse, please let it be a mouse. As I kind of step off the ladder and kind of take a deep breath and kind of begin and move forward, peeking around the corners. Do I
Don't you
see
have dark vision? Shouldn't you be able to see it?
Well, I don't know how close it is to me. How close is it?
It's hard to tell at this point.
Perception check?
Well, she made the perception check. She just knows that there's something there.
Yeah.
So
I'm still a male, but thank you.
So as you make your way down into the sewers, you're going deeper in?
Yeah, I'm gonna go deeper in, but I'm going to kind of look around, making sure nothing sneaks up on me.
Alright, at this point, Sectin, you do watch the sight of the figure as the bard disappears from the sight of the bottom of the well and is now completely out of your vision. So right now, you're just looking at basically a rope, a ladder, and a floor.
And Secton with the Princess Bride reference.
Rollers of unusual size. I
don't think they exist.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Suddenly, you hear a noise in the sewer. Anyway.
No.
Alright, so as you're working your way through the sewers, the scurrying is getting louder.
Does it still sound like it's something small?
I'd say you can at least tell it's somewhat small at this point. And you hear the sound coming from your left.
I kind of look. I look to my left. I kind of look to my left. I'm going to prepare to dodge if I need to.
So you're holding a dodge?
I'm gonna hold a dodge.
What if we should light the torch and follow her? No!
Okay.
Alright, as you look to your left, the slight nervousness of your ears twitching at the sound of the scurrying. As you slowly look to your left, you are greeted with a sight. The sound of the scurrying is before you, as there is something there. And you hold a dodge action, so the figure looks through a giant small grate to the left of your side, and there you see a pair of eyes looking back at you. The eyes looking back, though, they are... took the map from the stream and removed our tokens there. Oh, fair enough, Mugbeard, thank you. I'll probably put that back in a second then. As this is going on, you see the eyes, but they're not giant circles like what Ubernet had. They are sort of malicious-like. They look in your direction, and next thing you know, it lunges out at you with a and since you did the dodge action, so it just remind me, Mugbeard, when you do dodge, what happens here again? Because it's been a while. Yeah, you just dodge it. So basically, I'll just roll the attack and we'll find out what would have happened. So you do. So this misses you anyway.
You actually have to roll for it.
Oh, I'm just rolling anyway, just for lols. It would have been a 9 to hit. So you would have been fine anyway. So it lunges out at you, and you dodge backwards, grabbing your hat as you reach backwards. As the sight what's that, Matt? What's that?
If you have a dodge, you will have advantage. The attack roll has a disadvantage.
Okay, alright, well it wouldn't have hit anyway.
Okay, anyway.
And, Dex saving throws would have advantage.
Alright, so at this point, the sound of the scream is heard from the sewers. So, Secton, you do hear this sort of coming from the sewers below, which does alert you and Trilly, and it alerts everyone else who's around the area, including Sparks. And Zelion, you look before you and you see a large, furry, giant rat. The same size as the ones of the dead ones that you found in the sewers as you patrolled through Ubernet. Only unlike the other ones, this one's alive.
Oh, crud, giant rats.
Alright, so what are you doing, Zelion?
Nope, second called it.
Okay, giant rats are classed as beasts, right?
I believe so, yes.
I immediately pull out my loot and cast Animal Friendship on it.
Oh, God damn it!
Roll.
Alright, so, what do I have to beat again?
Okay, it's a wisdom saving, let's see, it's a wisdom saving throw of 14. 14. And let's see, if the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. So what's the intelligence of the rat?
I shall get out my stats on the giant rat again.
Okay, let me see if I get this straight. He's gonna cast Animal Friendship on a giant rat.
Yep, he is.
Okay, I have to ask the player, is your character crazy?
He's not crazy. You're crazy.
No, but it may save my life.
You said it's a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah, it's a wisdom saving. Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw.
You'll be happy to know it actually has no bonuses, so it's just a straight roll. So it's got to beat 14?
Well, isn't Zelia just a lucky devil?
Well, let's find out.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that the intelligence is not 4.
It's 2.
Okay.
Alright. Rolling now. So you pull out the loot, and as you try to get its attention, it looks over at you for a brief moment.
Okay.
It sort of tilts its head, and then it screams at you. Ah! It got a 17.
Okay, that's it. Okay. I hold up my finger. Plan B. I run.
All right. Well, as you're running, it's going to make an attack of opportunity against you.
Oh, crud.
That is an 18 to hit. Ooh.
I have an armor class of 4.
Oh. Alright, so that hits you. So, let me get the bloody stat again. Bloody page again. Okay, so it's going for a bite attack. So that is a... You're lucky it's not anything higher than a D6 for a giant rat.
Okay, good.
Where's my thing there? Okay.
Okay, refresh my memory. What was the intelligence level of the rat?
Intelligence was 2, so it was a -4 for bonuses. So that is... You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As it lunges at you. Right on your leg as you turn to flee.
At this point, Trilly would like to call down the well. Are you alright? Do you need any help down there?
I may you think.
Alright, so what are you guys doing? At this point...
Make a perception check since I'm in the area.
Yeah, I'll say at this point the perception check. You and Topaz have at least made your way hearing the noises. You look over and you see the crowd slowly gathering around the well at this point.
Oh dear.
The only ones who aren't there are Magnus and Mugbeard, who are currently on their way to the beacon.
I'm sorry, what we're doing?
You two are on your way to the beacon, so Magnus and Magnus.
How dare you try to shift
Their
that?
fusion.
Brownie is confused. Hit himself. Magnus and Mugbeard are the only two who aren't there.
Okay, let me make a perception check real quick, just for crabs and laughs.
Go ahead if you want. You two can make a perception if you wish.
Yep.
Okay, well then I'll make one.
Alright. If you do want to. So, Zelion, right? Are you still turning to run? Because the rat currently still has your leg right now.
I forgot to
Wait,
add
am
the
I
one, so that's a
grappled?
nine.
Am I grappled?
You're not grappled, but it is sort of clinging and just going for that.
Okay, I made my perception check. It's
Okay, 20. So 8 for Ursula. Ursula, you're a bit confused where to go.
It's technically 9 because I forgot to add +1.
Alright, that's fine. So,
My keyboard being a bite.
okay.
Okay, so it's my leg currently in its mouth.
Right now I'd say it did the bite and then let go loosely because it was like, I got you in one bite. It's like it's adjusting its bite to try and get you again.
Yeah. Is it coming after me?
Okay, now. Okay, since I made a perception check, I look over and I see Trilly at the well. I rush over and I want to ask Trilly what's going on.
Alright. Well, first of all, before we get to that bit, Zelion, as you're turning to run, you actually turn to run. You do hear the sound of... And you hear the sound of scurrying as it's slowly beginning to move behind you.
Crud! I try to book it back to the ladder.
All right. So at this point, truly, you see Topaz and Ursula both coming towards you at this point, sort of rushing. The sound of armor from Topaz and the sound of the flat shoes coming from Ursula.
What's going on?
What happened?
Zelion went to check out something down a hunch down in the well, and by the sounds of it, she's under attack.
And at that point, you do hear this. You do hear the sound of.
Crap! I'm heading down there.
All right.
So am I.
I'm gonna just jump down the well.
Yeah, you just jump down. Make an acrobatics check.
I'll make.
Well, that well is over 50 feet deep.
It is, yeah.
I'll make an acrobatics check as well.
Oh, hang on. Are you jumping down without the rope, though?
I'm gonna jump down without the rope.
Okay. So, Topaz, make an acrobatics.
Fuck it, same.
All right. So, both of you make an acrobatics check. 13 for Ursula.
Okay, hang on a second.
Yeah. Oh, slightly wrong there.
Yeah, something slightly went wrong, so hang on a second. Let me do it again.
Does it still smell like gas? Stuart?
Yes. All right.
I can't see down there. I'm gonna let you guys go.
Okay, she's a 13. I'm a 14.
14. Right.
Light a torch.
I'll say, because of the size of the drop in there, I'll say you do cushion some of the fall, but not enough to at least get out of it without an unscathed. Let's see. I'll say, just a question. Are you both proficient in it?
Let me look at acrobatics. Yes, I'm proficient.
I'm not proficient.
Okay.
I am.
All right.
I'm proficient in acrobatics.
So I'll say in this case, let's see what I'll do because of proficiency.
My saving throw is, but
All right. In this scenario, I'll make it a D. So we'll make it a D6 for Topaz and a D8 for Ursula, just in this scenario. So both the two of you are going to take some damage because it wasn't quite there. So Topaz, you take 3 points of falling damage, and Ursula, you take 4 points of falling damage as you both leap down. But by your instincts, you jump down and don't think, "Hang on, how did he get down?" And then you see the rope, but at the last second, you just realize it, and boom, you just land on the ground and just slightly tense from the landing.
God damn it!
Where am I at this point?
Right now, you are running towards the side of the two figures who have just jumped down the well, and you hear the sound of scurrying. Ursula and Topaz, you both now see the sight of a giant, brown, furry, giant rat. You actually see its teeth slightly dislodged out of it, and it's looking at you. Ursula and Topaz, could I ask you both to make a perception check for me, please?
Okay.
Okay, hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'll rejoin the call in a bit.
All right.
Okay, so gonna make another perception check.
Help's on the way, Zillion.
16 for Ursula. Who knew a giant rat would cause this?
Okay, my perception is a +3 plus proficiency.
Then just add then.
Okay. Proficiency is a +3, so I'm gonna do a +6.
I would like to point out that this giant rat was planned for if you guys got to that wall when that happened.
Okay, my perception check is a 10.
All right, 10. So
the reason why it was a 20 earlier is because I forgot to do the +6.
Don't worry, I got it there. All right. Oh boy. Anyway, so Topaz, you look, and the major focus for you, based on your paladin background, you instantly just think, I just need to help Zelion. Ursula, you look over at the giant creature, and you actually do see something strange about the giant rat. As wedged into welcome back now. As Ursula wedged into one of the teeth bones, just slightly into the teeth of the giant rat, you do see something sticking out. Something that catches your eye. And something that causes you to go tense. It is a brown stick-like object. And on the top of it is what looks like a small point. But the point is in the shape of a scorpion tail.
Wait a minute.
It was using it as a toothpick. All of them.
That thing lodged in its teeth.
Right. Okay. I kind of blacked out for a moment. What just happened?
So, right story short, I asked Topaz and Ursula to make a perception check, looking at the rat. Topaz is just distracted and helping you. Ursula has seen something caught inside the giant rat's teeth. Basically, it's a long brown stick with a hook with a sort of point on the end in the form of a scorpion tail.
Oh, Zelly just kind of reconfigures himself because he was in a panic, and I don't remember if Chris took, and I don't know if Chris took over for me while I was trying to fix Discord.
No, he didn't take over for you. He waited till you got back.
Yep.
Thank you. Well,
Fable 2 figured you're right. Okay. I'm gonna draw my dagger.
Oh boy!
Wait, what?
Or-
What's going? Wait.
I
Ursula,
look at
what's
that rat with intense hatred, and I'm like, that thing in your teeth is mine.
All right. In that case,
What's
oh, sorry. Is this asking for the game or meta?
for the game.
So basically, Paul, inside the giant rat's mouth, just wedged into its teeth, is a large brown stick, and on the end of the brown stick is something in the form of a scorpion tail.
Are they anywhere near me? Me is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh,
Yes.
right now they're equivalent of about 10 feet away from you. You are technically 10 feet ahead of the rat. In fact, if that's the case, I'd like you three to roll initiative.
Haven't even noticed them yet.
Yeah, you looked ahead and saw them.
All right.
Initiative plus
So, Zelion, Ursula, Topaz, initiative roll, please. You are up against a rat.
Initiative +1. That's a d20, so yay.
All right.
19 for me, 14 for Ursula.
I'm last again.
Hold on. Chris still needs to make his roll.
Yeah, Chris still needs to make his roll, and you still need to make yours.
He already made mine.
Yeah.
She
Oh
was
yeah,
the
yours.
first
Oh
one.
yeah. Okay, yours is 11, mine's 19, and Ursula's 14.
Okay, so this hasn't worked for me. That is so. Just to let you know, its dexterity is +3. You rolled a 2, so it's got 5. So this is not going to go well in my head. All right, so okay, let's get the numbers here. So top of the round, Topaz. You look at this scenario. You see the giant rat before you. It is currently about 20 feet away. What do you want to do?
Well, considering the fact that it has something in its teeth that could be considered valuable, I'm going to chase after to try and get what's launched in its teeth out.
So
Hopefully.
are you going for the object or the rat?
Well, the best thing to do is to kill the rat before I get the object out of its mouth.
Okay, in that case, if you well, technically I don't have the map, but we're using this from imaginative perspective. So, roll an attack for me, please.
Okay.
So, roll your d20 and add strength. You're attacking with your scimitar, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right.
Okay.
So at this point, Trilly and Secton, you both sort of see the sight now as you look down. You see the sight of Ursula and Top both bringing out their weapons at this point.
Hey,
I
I kind of blink.
Hang on a second. Let me look at something real quick. Let me just look at some. Let me just double check real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, my strength is a +2, so I'm good.
Yep. 8. No, as you rush forward, you're like, "Come here, rat!" And as you lunge forward with it, being a tabaxi, you think, I could take a rat, I'm a cat. And as you swing, it actually dodges slightly out of the way, and it just looks at you with a... And I think with Topaz being a paladin, I think she might have something. I wonder if she's it. Oh. Is that it for your turn, Topaz, or is there something else? Because I think you might have something.
Let's see what I have here.
I wonder if she's going to notice.
Okay. Chill.
Who popped?
What? What was that?
Somebody just went... Who did this? Huh? Great, now turn it to Loki's owner. Who did this? Huh?
Okay, I'm looking.
Should I just say it just for the holes, just to say it?
Yeah, just say it just for the heck of
You're
it.
a level 5 paladin. You have double attack.
Okay, well
So you
then
can
allow
attack.
me-
So attack again. D20 and a 2.
Okay, let me try again.
I fucking hate you double attackers.
Hey!
Alright, I got that too.
Chill.
No, I'm joking around because it means I'm gonna have to work now. 9! No.
9.
Did that attack hit? 999! No, it did not. You strike again, and it's more ready for you, and it dodges again out of the way and just hisses at you once more, going.
Slippery little bastard, aren't you?
And at this point, the two of you have all now heard this Tabaxi suddenly swear all of a sudden.
What the heck?
This gentle, quiet Tabaxi just suddenly uttered a swear word. Alright, is that it for your turn, Topaz?
Yes.
Alright, next on the list. Ursula, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna... Let's see. I'm gonna sneak behind the rat.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and slit its throat from behind.
Oh my god. And since it's
crap!
and since it's in combat, you technically get sneak attack damage as well if this hits. So if you attack, so you're attacking with what, by the way?
Dagger.
Okay, so D20 plus your dex. Is it strength for daggers?
Is it strength? It's what is piercing?
Oh boy. Let me double check
Shoot.
it. Yeah, strength for daggers. So D20 plus your strength.
Strength. Okay. So that would be. Oops.
That would be oops. What do I roll for oops?
No, my map just kind of got fucky.
Oh dear.
It's alright. I got it.
Welcome, Monday, to the epidemic of a D&D battle. You'll see a lot better ones if you
Okay.
stick around.
Here we go. Boop.
8? Oh no!
What you doing today?
So as you go behind, you're like, "You're mine, rat!" and you strike. But the rat is ready for you this time. He is surprisingly nimble for a giant, bulky beast. He's just looking at you with its face. It's just like,
Oh, I'm getting that thing in your teeth. It's just the last thing I do.
all right. Is that it for your turn?
Unfortunately, yes.
All right, Zelion, you're up next.
Okay. So for a moment I kind of as I was running I kind of skid to a stop as
This is Sonic the Hedgehog style. So there's Sonic the Hedgehog style. You're just like, huh?
I kind of skid and turn and just watch them attack the rat. Well, I'm thankful that they even came to save me in the first place. The fact that I'm now hearing them say something about that, I hear something about something getting caught, being stuck in one of the rat's teeth, and I'm just like, huh, interesting. Away from the rat at this point.
Wait, you doing what, sorry?
How far away am I from the rat?
Right now you are 15 feet away.
15 feet? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a giant rat.
Okay, since I'm kind of... so I'm going to... So, with loot in hand, I'm going to attempt to cast Animal Friendship.
Here we go again!
Here we go again with the animal friendship again. He's
Okay.
going to try animal friendship again, and
So, it's a 14 I have to beat.
Yep, 14 you have to beat.
Let's see what happens now. The rat looks at you, and as it sees the loot, it actually looks over at you, and once again it tilts its head. And at this point, it focuses its gaze back on Topaz. It got an 18 again!
Are you kidding?
Are you kidding?
I am not joking!
I
call weighted dice!
Fine, I'll roll again and prove it! I got a 2! There, proof enough! It's not weighted!
Fine.
Alright!
Wait.
Oh.
Wait, you re-rolled, so you have to take the second one.
No, not in fact. Fuck you.
God.
Fuck you. No. Fuck you. No, dumb bucket. Clever girl. No, that doesn't count.
Boy.
I went the reference. All right.
I kind of groan internally. Just wondering if this is surprisingly a very strong-willed rat.
Are you sure you've tuned your lute?
You're not even here. What do you mean?
Maybe it's not a fan of classical. It just prefers a rock guitar instead.
Okay.
Play something classy like Queen.
Cue Bohemian Rhapsody.
So is it possible for me to hold an action for my bonus action?
Well, you casted Animal Friendship. That counts as an action, I think.
Yeah, but what counts as a
if you were going to hold an action, it takes your action to hold, and you have to specify what conditions are to be met in order for you to perform it. In other words, it's like, for example, you'll hold an attack if the creature comes in range of you, or you'll cast a healing spell if a certain ally is injured that you specify. It's that type of stuff.
Right. I sigh, and then I'm like, okay, if it doesn't, okay. Plan C. I continue playing and cast Bardic Inspiration for the girls.
Okay. Does it work on both of them?
It says as a bonus action, a creature within 60 feet can hear.
It's a creature. You have to choose one.
Okay, that'll cast it on Topaz.
Okay, so Topaz, you have an inspiration die from the bard. So any attack roll, is it attack roll and anything else as well? Just remind me, though. For your dice, what is it again? It's attack roll.
Okay, once within the so that creature gains 1 Bardic Inspiration die, a D6. Once within the next 10 minutes, the creature can roll the die and add the number rolled to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw it makes.
Okay, there you go. So Topaz, when you're attacking on your next turn, if you want to put a D6 to make sure you hit the rat, you can do that if you wish.
Okay.
All right. Speaking of the attack, I think it's the rat's turn. So the rat at this point is actually looking at the two of you. It's looking at Topaz, and then it looks over at Ursa, trying to make its back.
Hungrily.
Yeah, it does actually look hungry. And it's actually going to make 2 bite attacks. One on Topaz to start off with.
Oh, nuts.
That is a... Oh my god. Well, you'll be happy to know that is a 19 to hit.
Oh, great. And my armor class is a 16. I'm screwed.
Oh, dear. So, that's D...
Don't feel bad. That would have hit me, too.
Yep, so, D6 there. So, you take 5 points of piercing damage from the first as it goes to you and right into the left leg. And at this point, it then turns around and it sees Ursula. And as it turns around, it goes to strike at Ursula with the second bite.
Can I brace for impact?
Only on your turn.
Damn it.
That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right.
Those guys may actually die because I'm a rat.
You take 3 points of piercing damage as the rat turns around and bites into your leg, onto the other leg. Actually, to be specific, Topaz got bit in the left leg. Ursula got bit in the right.
Now we all have bummed legs.
And the rat looks at you at this point. It's just like.
Okay, I had to ask: is there any blood coming out of our legs?
I'd say there's a little bit of blood coming out right now. It's a giant rat. It's literally the equivalent of 2 large sharp objects piercing into your leg at the same time.
Like a large dog.
Yes, that's a way. Only instead of sharp pointy teeth, it's 4 large square teeth.
I just kind of wince at that, and I try not to let the pain show.
All right. Well, they try talking to it. That's what Zelion's been trying. All right. That's it for the turn. So, top of the round. Next up, Topaz.
Okay.
At this point, oh, by the way, at this point, Secton and Trilly, you both are hearing down this well this sound of,
How's it going down there?
I think we're missing something fun.
Okay.
They also hear the random sounds of loop music.
Yeah, you hear this loop music and then this.
I hear. Okay, what was Trilly's question again?
How's it going down there?
Okay, I hear Trilly's question and I want to respond.
Yeah, you can just respond. Go ahead. If you want to respond, go for it. Don't ask me you want to respond. Just go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not asking you if I want to respond. I just needed to hear the question again so I could respond.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can just about hear it.
Are you doing okay down there?
Could be better.
I don't think it's their best performance.
I suppose I gingerly start climbing down.
Oh, okay!
Oh, Secton's joining.
So
Couldn't
Secton...
you just walk down the side of the well with whatever... What was that thing you used to get up there?
Misty Step.
Misty Step?
Yeah, could you use Misty Step?
Well, that's only 30, or what is it? Misty Step is only,
It's an
30
extra...
feet.
Yeah. Actually, if you do that, you will actually get down the well, because it's only 50 feet deep.
Only.
Well, it's 30 feet, so I would still have 20 feet to fall.
Now, if you hold on to the rope before you hit 30
Yeah,
feet.
if you use the rope, you can Misty Step down. If you jump down, you can jump and join the battle, but you'll be taking some falling damage if you don't make the fall.
Alright, I'll Misty Step down there.
Alright, so you Misty Step down. You look at Trilly for just a moment, and with that, Trilly, you watch as this mage just whoosh, disappears down the wall in a blink of an eye. And at this point, Secton, you land down and you see the sight of the bard literally clutching onto his lute with one hand and his leg with the other. And the sight of the two females just currently wincing their leg. And the giant brown rat that stands before them just going, yeah!
Can Trilly see the rat from where she is, or is it too dark?
It's sort of further into the bottom for you to see.
Yeah.
Right now, the only thing you can see from your point is Secton. Only just, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd go down there as well, but I can't see anything, and I don't want to.
All right.
In other words, little Trilly is playing it safe.
Yeah. What's your question, Secton?
So when can I attack?
You'll attack on the next round. I'll ask you to make initiative if they don't hit it. Or if they don't do well on it. Alright, so, Topaz, what are you doing?
I'm slowly getting up, trying to maintain my balance from where the rat bit me on the left leg.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and attack it again.
Alright, so roll your d20 plus your strength. And if you want to use the bardic die, you'd add a d6 to the roll as well, if you wish.
Okay, so if I want to use that, it would be roll 1d20 plus 2 plus 6.
Plus 1d6.
Plus 1d6.
Yes.
Okay.
Who likes my music, by the way?
Really good.
Yeah. 10 points to anyone who knows where this is from. 15 if you know the exact number. To be specific, it is a Final Fantasy game. It's actually
7.
from. Nope, it's actually from number 11.
11 to
Yeah,
6.
the one no one cared about.
Okay, so when I roll a d20 or a d6?
1d20 plus 1d6 plus 2. But you only add the d6 if you want. Just be aware, if it doesn't hit, you lose the d6.
It's
But
actually from the Cydia. It's Battle in the Dungeon number.
Well done! Yes! That's the version! Well done!
Okay, Chris,
Yes,
could you
I can
repeat that?
read.
Okay,
Oh,
Chris, could you repeat that
well
last part
played.
because you sound like you cut out.
Alright, so 1d20 plus the 2, And if you want to use the D6, you can. But if you use the 1D6, it's gone if you fail or hit. In other words, it's gone if you use it.
Okay, well then I'm just going to start with the D2 first.
Alright, so D20 plus,
D20 plus
2.
2. I'm going to start with that first.
Yeah, go ahead. 5! Ooh. If you want to stick with that and not waste the D6, you say that's what you're sticking with, and I'll tell you if it hit or not.
Okay, I'll stick with that first.
Okay, that does not hit. You swipe with the strike, and being fumbled on the leg, you just kind of just swiping is like, nope, that doesn't hit again. The tail almost whacking into the back of Ursula at one point.
Okay.
Basically, Ursula nearly got Ursula nearly got a face up, big fat butt.
Okay, now am I free to attack again, even if I don't use the D, even if I don't use the D6?
Yeah, you got double attack. Of course you can.
Okay. I know I got double attack. I just want to know if I can attack again and save the D6 for a later time.
Yeah, you can still use the D6. Yeah, you have 10 minutes, which in battle terms is the equivalent of about. I'd say it's at least 10 rounds. Actually, a bit longer than that. But yeah, either way. Yeah, so it's up to you. Do what you want to do.
Okay, I'm going to attack again. If this is a low number again, I'm just going to say screw it.
Okay.
Whoa!
10, that's a little better. Do you want to use the D6 or not?
No, not yet.
No? Then that doesn't hit. You swipe again and whoosh, the rat is being very nimble. It just looks at you like, hey. He's looking kind of smug at this point.
Kind of like the rest of
Essentially, yes. Is that it for your turn?
Yes, that's it for my turn.
Alright, next on the round. Ursula, you're up. Wait, is it Ursula or
I'm
is...
starting to get frustrated with this damn rat, so I'm gonna cast poison. Is it poison? Yeah, I'm gonna just cast poison spray.
Oh! Okay, what's the range on that exactly?
10 feet.
So, just be aware, if you do that, you are going to be getting... Is it just specify one target, or is it everyone in front of you?
Let me see. Extend your hand towards a creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 of poison damage.
Alright, okay, so yeah.
So it's a creature I can see to project a puff of noxious gas.
Okay, so you're going to basically poison gas the creature. Okay. Constitution saving throw, yeah?
Yes.
Oh wait, isn't Topaz close by too?
Yeah, but it does specify a creature. I just have to make sure it said a creature and it didn't say range, because if it was range, it would affect Topaz if it specified all those in range, but it doesn't, so she's fine. So,
Thank you, Jesus.
So, Constitution saving throw. That is a 15. Yeah, this rat.
Fuck you.
So is that no attack on it at all then?
No, you don't get hit.
Yeah.
You needed 13, you got 15.
So the rat notices the smoke and just whacks it away with his tail.
Well, then the rat just became a very lucky bastard then.
This rat is proven to be as bothersome to hit.
I just growl in frustration and end my turn.
Alright, Zelion, you're up next.
I watched the circus continue to unfold. and then I'm like, okay.
Is it going?
More time.
He's actually going again.
I'm gonna cast, and I strum on the lute and cast second level animal friendship.
Okay, I have to ask. Just out of curiosity, how many freaking times is Zelion gonna try and cast animal friendship on this freaking rat?
I think he only has.
It's not worth it anymore.
So it's not worth it. Alright, so, wisdom saving throw, yeah? Okay. Natural 20! I am not joking! Natural 20!
Okay, I want to read some. Hey, Chris, listen to this.
Yes.
This is something that Aeon wrote. He said, "Distance is taking this rat into battle instead of he might have beat us." And then Honey responds with, "You think?"
So at this point, the rat just sort of looks and is just not amused by this.
Oh god.
Oh, you are gonna kill yourself at this thing. I really will.
And I'm like, I grew.
Where's Spyro when you need him? I love that.
Getting freaking frustrated myself, and I play passionate lute music as I cast Bardic Inspiration on Ursula.
On Ursula, okay. So at this point, by the way, Sector, at this point, you're watching all this madness unfold with just trying to hit the rat.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So Ursula, you have a D6 during your rounds. All right. At this rate, it's the rat's turn. So the rat with 2 attacks is going to first. It's going to look over and it's actually going to attack Topaz with 1 bite first. That is 15 to hit.
Okay.
Does it hit?
And what did it get?
It got a 12 plus 3, so 15.
Okay, yeah.
That hits.
How much damage do I take?
Alright, let's find out. That is 5 points of piercing damage as it goes right into your other leg. And
What is all this thing? What is with the rat and lights?
Okay, I have to ask, am I crippled at this point?
no, not really. You're just sort of just struggling to stand, but I'd say you can still stand just at this point. And it's actually going to, and it looks over in your direction, Zelion, and it wants to try and make a move for the annoying racket, but it doesn't like the attack of being attacked from behind. So I'm going to roll to see what it's going to do.
Boy.
It is going to attack Ursula again.
Come on.
Alright, so, Ursula. Natural 1! There we go! That's the rat! So it goes for the rat. This time you're prepared. You jump back and you're like, not this time. Alright, so, Secton, could I ask you to roll initiative for me, please?
Okay.
You are gonna kill yourself when you realize that this rat. 23! Secton tops the round, so Secton gets the first.
Wait, what does he do? Cruddies.
Yes, Secton's in the sewer. So at this point, the 3 of you turn, and you just notice the wizard who's now joined you.
What took you so long?
Here he comes.
Can I make a statement? Am I free to make a statement?
Of course you can.
I hate this rat.
I think we all do at this point.
Alright, so Secton, what are you doing?
I'll cast
No fire, please, no fire.
Cool.
Magic Missile level
Somebody
3.
kill that freaking
Magic
pigeon!
missile! Okay, so that automatically hits, so roll the damage.
So many times, you have no idea.
Somebody please kill that freaking pigeon!
Oh wow, Lena's annoyed at it now. Cool.
I'm trying,
So,
damn it.
16 points of damage. So, Secton completely let me show you, and fires these shots towards the rat. It is barely hanging on!
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Are you serious?
Finally!
If you want to know the truth, it only has 18 hit points. And just so you know, its armor class is 12.
The same as mine. God damn it.
I am not joking. I am not joking. I have got the book here. Giant rat, armor class 12, hit points 18.
You guys haven't rolled anything higher than a 12.
That's why I was trying to persuade Lena with the 10. It was like, can you roll the d6? All right. Next up.
Audience, this is why challenge ratings are bullshit.
to use it, but I wanted to save it for. I wanted to save
Yeah,
it
that's
in the
fair.
event that. In the event that I really needed it.
That's fair. All right.
Okay, so who's next?
You are actually, unless Secton has anything for a bonus action.
I don't think I do.
All right, Telpaz, you're up.
Okay.
What would he have rolled? Go on, Mugbeard, do a roll and let's find out anyway. Mugbeard's just gonna roll to see what he would have got.
Oh, okay.
You would have rolled 9 to hit. Nah, that one.
Well, only in one round.
Okay. I have to ask, just for the sake of this, how many hit points of damage did the rat take?
16. It's got 2 left. I don't care if I'm being meta. It's the fact that you guys are taking this way, way too long.
Okay, he's got 2 left. Okay, well then I'm going to attack.
All right.
Secton nearly knocked it out.
In one shot, yes. If those
Are you kidding me?
I'm not joking. All right,
Okay,
so
let's see what I get.
D20. Are you using the inspiration or not?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so D20 plus 2. 17. Roll damage.
Okay.
So are you?
Finally.
So are you
Let me look at
attacking
my
one?
damage.
Yeah.
Let me look at my damage.
One.
Okay, shut up!
One.
2d4 plus 2.
Let's find out. Oh, it's 2d4, so there's no way this is going to miss.
Okay.
It somehow misses.
Wait, shut up!
I love this.
The next person I'm going to attack will be you.
This is meta stuff. Attack me.
Truly with Tina. Alright, go ahead, Lena. Roll the damage. 6 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
How do I want to do this?
Yep, go on, Lena.
Okay.
So right now, the rat is just standing there, struggling to stand after being pelted by a load of magic missiles, and it's slowly looking like it's trying to turn and flee.
Oh no, you are not leaving.
So what are you doing? Are you going to leave it to me, or would you like to describe how you want to snuff the rat?
I want to end the sucker for biting me in both of my legs and also almost crippling my allies.
Okay.
So therefore, let's see, how do I want to do this? Okay, I did decapitation during a practice match.
If you want to do it again, go for it.
Okay, then let's go with decapitation, please.
Okay, so the three of you watch as this Tabaxi paladin, who suddenly with this slowly gains a bit of frustration within her. You see a different side compared to what you have already seen, and with one strike of the scimitar, swoosh straight down the neck. And there you watch as the rat takes a similar shape as the ones found in the sewer when you guys were taking care of it with the sense of Ubernet, and you watch as the head falls flat onto the ground, and one last just falls on the ground, and the body just slams into the ground, and it just lies motionless.
Is it dead yet?
Yes, the rat is dead.
Woo!
I sheath my dagger and I walk over to the head.
Okay. I wonder...
Damn halfling luck.
Okay, I have to ask, is Ursula going to poke the head?
Well...
No, I'm just gonna go right for the teeth and grab that stick.
Okay, so, Ursula, I need you to make a strength check for me, please. With advantage, because the creature is technically dead.
Yeah, so basically that sucker is
Yeah,
dead.
it's a fresh one, so the muscles are sort of relaxing, so it's not quite there. 14.
So basically what you're telling me is that rigor mortis ain't set in yet.
Yep. So 16. So Ursula, you pull on the stick. It takes you a while to pull it out, but with one large pull, you do pull it out. You sort of slam against into the nearby sewer wall, but you have in your hand the stick that was caught in the giant rat's mouth. You get a good look at the giant stick before you, and sorry, 1 second here. Let me find my where the hell is my music gone? There it is. Okay. So you look over the stick, and you see this beautifully, elegantly carved brown stick. It is decorated in a mixture of gold and silver, with a bit of green painted onto the bottom, almost like a bit of a handle. It's a long, straight stick, but at the top, you see, now that you got it out, you see a full look at it, you see 2 small hooks. One of them is a normal style hook. On the other side of it, connecting almost at the top, is a small scorpion tail that is essentially looking like, if you look at it from the perspective, it kind of looks like it's sort of joined together almost like a heart.
Okay. Okay.
So at this point, Secton and Zelion, you both sort of walk towards, and you obviously get a better look at the situation. And obviously you're approaching Topaz at this point.
I'm kind of limping a bit from the leg, and I just slowly put away my loot as I kind of examine what exactly they just obtained from the rat.
So
I'm gonna make a history check.
Go ahead.
Wait, Ursula's a human. Can't she even see it?
Yes.
Yeah, I said there's a faint light down there, so I'll say she can still at least somewhat see, because you are technically near the entrance. So there is light shining into it. So make a history check for me, please. 15. Ursula. You're not entirely sure if this is the particular object you have been looking for, but you sense something about it. Something familiar. As you look over it, you feel a sensation in the back of your mind. Almost similar to Secton earlier with the mention of the spiders, or the sewers. And you slowly begin to shake as your mind begins to recall a familiar part of your memory. A memory that you suppressed.
As I stare at the staff, I just suddenly clutch my head and back up against the wall.
I look at Ursula. Are you okay, Ursula?
This staff. It can't be! Can it?
I look at the staff and take note of the details. Huh. I wonder, could this be the staff of Jirai?
As Zelion says that name, Ursula, the memory comes full circle to you. You suddenly remember the history that you have with that staff. You remember that the name was brought up once during your childhood. That during your days of growing up, before you became a rogue, before you even became a thief, or even before you started your life outside of your family, you remembered a memory from long ago of your father talking about acquiring a Staff of Jirai. Though not easily obtainable, they are extremely rare. And from your vague history about it, I tell you what, make an Arcana check for me, Ursula.
Okay. Arcana. Oh, and I'm proficient in that.
Well, you're imaginating.
Here we go.
21! Nice. That's a good one. You remember the old teachings that you remember that your father had acquired. Your father at one point brought up the idea of acquiring a Staff of Jirai for a client. They brought up the idea that this staff was very important to something that they had plans for later. You do remember, I'll say based on the history that you got earlier, you don't remember the person in question. All you just remember is that they received a note. Is it your father received a note from this person? And your father muttered just a few times. And when your father came home a few days later, he instantly went straight into a alchemy lab that was in your own home. And for 2 days straight, he never spoke to you. And it was when he came out with the very staff that you see before you, minus the scorpion tail on it. You recognize the shape, the colors, the stature, and also the memory of that staff being tested on you.
I clutch the staff, almost wanting to break it.
I grab
Thing.
hold of Ursula's hand as I notice her grip tightening. Whoa. Hey, take a deep breath right now.
I fail to pay attention to Zelian, and I just slowly turn away. This thing needs to be destroyed.
Okay. I am going to attempt to take the staff away from her so that.
I will need the two of you to make a strength battle check for me, please. So both roll strength and add your proficiencies.
Okay, strength. I have no proficiency in strength, so strength.
Me either.
Oh my God! A 3 and a 4. Bloody hell!
So do we both lose?
So it does, from the battle tiring you guys out, you sort of struggle very faintly back and forth, almost like that. You like if it was like. It might be the equivalent of watching when you're watching Neo dodging the bullets. It's that slow motion, just like pull, just very slowly. So Sector and Topaz are just watching these two, just like it's mine, not mine, just slow motion. But Ursula,
Glare at Zelian. Zelian, don't try and stop me, please. I have to do this.
Okay, I'm not until you tell us what's going on. Why does this need to be destroyed? What?
Because this was the bane of my suffering when I was a child.
But my eyes widen. Wait, what?
So Sector and
Or at least not this specific device, but possibly a copy, one that my I struggle to say the word. Father created.
So as the word father is echoed out, by the way, Trilly does hear the word father being mentioned, and at this point, you do hear a noise further from inside the sewers. You hear two more noises of...
Okay, let's not talk. Okay, I think it's best if we don't talk here. Let's talk when we get out. Let's get out of here first, and then we'll discuss more about it, okay? But just... For now,
I begrudgingly nod my head, still angry.
Until then, I hold out my hand, not letting go of hers with my other hand. Can you please let me will you please let me have the staff? Let me hold on to it, please.
I just turn my head away and I just let him have it.
Okay, I nod slowly and just carefully take the possible staff of Jirai from Ursula's grasp, and only then do I let go of her hand. Okay.
Two backstory dumps.
So basically, you were holding on to Ursula's hand in the event that she was going to destroy the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah.
I wanted to destroy it. That's the thing.
It's just whether she's hesitant because she's like, the memories are there, but it's like it's like she was thinking, is destroying a copy going to be better than destroying the exact one?
Yeah,
Alright.
what
Yeah.
you're talking about is destroying a replica of the staff that was used on her going to be just as good as destroying the actual thing that was used on her.
Mm-hmm. The noises are getting closer.
Okay. Wait, I hurriedly moved towards the ladder. Okay, I'm gonna leave. Whoever's the last one up, please grab the lid on your way up.
Yeah, there is actually a lid behind the ladder, just to put the clarity there, by the way.
Okay, well then I make my way towards the ladder and start climbing.
All right.
I'll make my way over as well.
Secton, what about you?
I climb up. I climb up after Topaz and just kind of, for modesty's sake, I just kind of stare at the wall while I'm climbing.
All right. Secton, what about you?
I'm gonna scream firebolt, and it just...
Oh shit!
Wait, are you actually casting it?
No.
You motherfucker!
On hearing the word firebolt, Trilly would like to dive back from the well.
Alright, so Trilly just sort of goes, shit! Just dodges at this point. And then as Trilly's just sort of cowering, just like, oh god, you just hear the sound of climbing at this point, kind of frantic. And at this point, all four of you make your way out, and the sound of a is heard as a lid is covering up the well, and the team of four make their way up back to the outside. Meanwhile,
Baton and rope to help speed up the process if that's going to help.
wait, what's that? Sorry.
I'm sorry, is
I
it our
said I'm
turn
going
now?
to use my baton and rope.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll let you do that and such. All right,
Okay,
so
before the lid closes, I kind of pull up Trilly's rope and then just let it close.
okay, so at this point, these two have been waiting patiently. Thank you so much, you two, by the way.
What?
Yeah,
Sorry guys.
no, it's okay.
Sorry.
That took longer than it should have done.
Yeah, it took a lot longer.
Hashtag blame the dice. That's the way I say.
Blaming the DM.
What did I do? What did I do?
Absolutely nothing, which was the problem.
I thought I had my plans.
Oh god, just hear the DM quoting Eustace.
Nope, I didn't do it. What did I do? Stupid dog.
Anyway.
Yeah, stupid dog. Stupid rat. Yeah. Oh god, I just see that now. You made that in my head just quickly. Stupid rat. You made the players look bad. Fireball. All right. So at this, nope, not getting out of this chair. I forgot about that one. All right. So at this point, Mugbeard and Magnus, before the events of even Secton arriving at the southern wall, you both make your way to the beacon. There you're greeted by the same solar guards who are standing outside of there, with your cart still there, just for the record. And arriving both there, you see the guards looking at you, and one of them approaches you and goes, "Ah, it's you. Master Laura has been waiting for you."
I assume so.
Is it just you, or is it your friend here as well?
A wave.
I'll take that as a yes, then.
Indeed.
Just bring me to the met.
With
Bring me in.
Sure, we're expecting you. No offense, Mr.
Magnus. And if I remember correctly, you were one of the guys who stabbed me.
You have to understand it was just protocol because you...
I understand that completely. It doesn't mean I don't hold a grudge.
No, it's fair.
He holds grudge as well, you know.
I do.
It's one
yes,
of his
most of them
finest
end up being
qualities.
stabbed.
I can understand that. What's your name, by the way? I don't think we've met.
Mugbeard.
Mugbeard. So we got Magnus and Mugbeard.
General Magnus.
General. Ah, yes, I heard about that from Enig. It's honor to have someone of your stature, I guess. Sorry.
If we're going by titles, I'm Drunken Master Mugbeard.
Last time I checked, you rejected being a master.
Shut up. We're using titles now. I'm being important.
Forgive me, did you say the Drunken Masters?
Oh boy.
Are you
no.
Are you referring to the Drunken Master Temple of the Iron Heights Mountains?
And this is why I usually don't say that. Damn it.
Oh god, fucking what?
So I'll say at this point, just so the facts you know, the Iron Height Mountains is the furthest northernmost mountain range in the entire land of Monu. It fully encompasses the top.
Encompasses.
Yeah, thank you. The top left area. It is essentially a large blockade blocking that area and the city of Brinefrost that sits on the other side of the mountains. And the Drunken Master Temple is resided at one of the peaks of the Iron Heights. I've been working on this!
You have been working on this, and I'm impressed.
Wait till you see what else I got planned for this!
Well, you know what, guards? You know shit. I didn't think anyone would actually know that.
It is our job to look into people, and at the same time, it's to know what goes on. You must understand, it's not personally against you, it's just we have to know about in cases of power, and these who gather in large groups.
Well, then you also know that we mean you no harm.
Well, one of us means you no harm. I look at him.
Exactly.
Just don't test me
My
again.
people don't mean you any harm. This orcish thing might.
Thing? I want to stab him now. I really, really do. But I'm not going to.
Very well. Then the two of you are welcome, but please be aware that you are having a personal audience with Lord Lorna. So please understand that.
I understand that completely.
So just be aware.
He's my best friend, so it's fine.
You two
I
are.
would have to, actually, could you make him wait outside, please?
Well, it depends. Would you like to wait outside,
I was
Master?
gonna say suck up.
Well, since you're both here, I suppose it's fair. So, please, she's waiting for you in the meeting hall. The servant will lead you there once you get inside.
Thank
All
you.
And they both.
I do hope our teammates will do well. You know what? What's the worst that can happen? They get attacked by a rat or something. Come on.
Cool.
Nobody kill that freaking bird!
The pigeon just flies over, going cool.
I roll to shoot the pigeon.
Go ahead, make an attack roll.
It's a 1d20. Oh shit.
You're attacking with the crossbow, yeah?
Yeah, crossbow.
Okay.
I actually hit backwards on my mouse.
That's fine.
It's 1d20 plus 4.
I gotta get my stats for the pigeon again. Okay.
Oh!
18! No, doesn't hit! You're just short! No.
19?
It's a fast bird! The bird just sort of looks at you now and goes, phew! You just sort of scrape the feather on its wing, it's just like, cool! And it just flies off.
I hate
You know
I
what?
almost got that bird! Note to self, buy hawk.
Let's just assume
I just
that
checked
the
my-
meta pigeons.
There
defense
is falconry in this
20.
game. There is falconry in this one, right?
Maybe? Question mark?
Animal handling, is it?
Guard.
Yeah.
How
Yes.
much for a hawk?
We don't have any, I'm afraid.
None in the city.
None.
Do you know where I can get one?
I
Other
do-
than catching it and raising it.
I do not. Look, I apologize on this, but the Lord Mistress is waiting for you at this point.
How much would it take for you to find me one?
God fucking no.
I'm kidding.
Don't give him 50 gold to find a
I'm not
bow.
gonna give him 50 gold. I was gonna give him 50 silver.
You mean the same way that you gave platinum to a god about booze?
Oh no, I'm never to make that mistake again. There's a reason I made smaller denominations on my thing.
Anyway, hello. Oh, hello, Matt. Good to see you. All right. At this point, the doors open up, and the guard just sort of, please, if you would.
Alright,
I
fine.
quietly give Magnus one of my arrows that I apparently have, but I don't have a bow or anything. So I might as well give him one.
Okay. So he's got his bow back, in a way. All right.
Arrow.
So
I'll get you a bow later.
So,
I don't need one.
so
Alright.
as you both make your way into the beacon, you make your way into the entrance hall of the giant blue and white castle as you stood before you. You make your way into the entrance hall and it's glittered with the same sight. And there you see the same halfling. You see a dressed in a very elegant style female-made outfit. This elegant-looking halfling. She sort of greets you with a gracious curtsy, and she just looks at you and goes, "Are you the guest for my master?"
Indeed.
Right this way, please.
Not a halfling. Damn it.
Is
Did you already get your heart broken once today?
No, I still fucking dislike halflings. I can only tolerate one.
all right? So you both following on?
Yep.
All right.
Yes, I'm following the halfling.
All right. So
Not happily, though.
all right. So as you both follow your ways into the large meeting area, you see that sitting in a large red chair, the sight of Lord Lorna, looking not as elegantly dressed as usual. She's sort of dressed kind of more toned down, like she's still getting ready for the morning or just sort of just taking it easy. She's there just sipping a cup of tea in the morning, just sort of there. She sort of takes a deep breath and looks in your direction and sees you both come in, and it's just like, Magnus, it is a pleasure to see you here.
And you too, my lady.
And, you brought your monk friend with you.
More like he followed me here. I didn't invite him. I intended to make this private.
It's okay. I suppose a witness does help make things suitable, I guess. What is your name, good sir?
His name is Monk.
And I bow.
Oh.
He is apparently a drunken master, although he doesn't like the title.
You mean the Drunken Masters of the Iron Heights?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, those people, yeah.
Don't worry. I'm familiar with your people. Please, take a seat. And she sort of offers her hand towards the opposite chair on the other side.
So there's only one chair, or is there?
There are 3 chairs technically.
I had to ask.
One chair.
I thought I was going to be standing while doing this. All right, that works too, I suppose.
No, it's a meeting room. She has to have more people.
All right, fine. I'll take a seat.
Okay, Muckbeard, are you taking one?
Yes.
All right. She pushes a button, ejector seat. Boing!
Trapdoor is like, okay.
Yeah.
Trapdoor that goes into the next room. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, trapdoor. Ah! All right.
Thank fuck I've got slow fall.
Pull the pull. Yeah.
The trapdoor activates and he just starts slowly falling. Well, there's like, well, this is awkward.
Yeah. Pull, yeah. I don't like that fork. Pull the lever, chorus. Right. The mug pit falls down. Wrong lever. Anyway, so Lord Lorna looks at you just for a brief moment. She sort of takes a deep breath as she puts down her cup of tea. So, I presume you're here involving the shard.
Indeed.
Beforehand, I just have to make a confirmation on one thing beforehand, if you don't mind.
And what would that be?
You're planning to gather the rest of the stones, correct?
Correct. I pull out the one I already have underneath my shirt. Oh, underneath my armor.
She sort of gasps a little bit and just like, have you What? What?
This was in the possession of Goldie, our Dragonborn friend, who until last night when she gave it to me.
I can understand that, but where did she acquire that stone?
In Hope Key. Titanus himself had one, and this happens to be one from Titanus.
She sort of just sighs a little bit like, so the fool decided to give it up. He's always very attached to that stone, you know? He never
Once he learned what it was, I assumed he decided to get rid of it before it destroyed the town.
Most likely. He probably had the same nightmares as I did.
Nightmares?
Yes. If it's the same ones I've had visions.
That explains why you've been trying to get rid of it.
Well, not so much get rid of it, but just prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, like that Diction guy.
We almost killed him too. If I had one more second, odds are his head would be on a pike outside the walls of the city. Not to disgust you or anything. It's just what I do.
I understand. It
also serves as a warning to other Black Pen members.
I guess so.
Anyway, about the shard.
Yes, the shard. So, basically, I just needed to know if you're planning to get the other stones. There's one rumor I heard about when I was a little girl when I got this stone. It's risky, but I think if you guys are going to collect the rest of them, it probably is best that you at least know this warning.
Alright. And that would be...
She sort of hesitates for a little bit and then just takes a deep breath. Within the pits of the Grand Drop appears the hells of humans to stop. The gather of dragons' wrath appear, soon materialize, causing death and fear.
From what we've gathered, not all the dragons are bad.
That is correct, but dragons are very, very untamable beasts. Some of them can be tamed, but they really need to know what they're doing. Chances are, if a good and an evil dragon fight, chances are there won't be any concern for who, what, or even where is in that path. The only thing that we gathered from that warning is it's involving a place called the Grand Drop. The only thing we know from our sources is it's on the southern coast of Monu. We believe it is about a day's travel from the city of Helgabal.
Helgabar?
Helgabal. Helgabal. I wonder if that would mean anything. Helga. Or maybe... Sexton, could you maybe spell it?
Helgabal.
Yeah.
Helgeabal.
I worked on this one, Sexton, for you. I've been working, boys! Hello there, Small. But yes. And for you as well, Ursula. Sorry, and the girls. Yeah, it's not there. Anyway, so the only thing we know is within the Grand Drop. There's rumored that there is a old ruin at the bottom of it, but no one has dared venture down and come back up. If this warning is true, then there may be a possibility that if the dragon shards enter that tomb, I don't think we'd be able to see them as shards anymore.
I'll talk to my team about it. Odds are we probably won't go there for the time being until we gathered at least most of them. But for now, I believe you have something for me?
Indeed. I did promise I was to give you it, but You have to promise me one thing. Just one thing, please.
And that is?
If you're planning to ever go down to the Grand Drop, please do not take my shard, this shard, to that pit. The one thing I don't want to see is a being that has been imprisoned within my city, my care, turn onto the very walls that protected it, only to destroy them, if this is true.
You have my word. This particular shard will be in the hands of Titanus soon.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion is a +0, I believe.
Yep. I don't know how to play this. Oh, Mr. Smart, it's just watching our stream. We don't have avatars up at the minute.
Oh, thank you, God.
13. She looks over you.
Gonna go too.
Yeah, she looks over you for a brief little moment, and she sort of just nods slowly, and then she looks over at you, Mugbeard. Could I make a promise with you, good sir?
You can always promise me stuff.
Doesn't mean he'll keep it.
Promise him beer and he'll be happy.
As a master, if you don't mind my asking, are you the master, or are you one of the vice? Or if you don't mind my asking, I'm sorry.
My lady, we encountered someone who called him the Master at one point. I forgot his name, but I did promise him beer to go away.
Well, there's no real one master, it's just a council. Yeah, they wanted me to be one of them.
One of the council ones. So, if you don't mind my asking, is Master Thunderfoot still alive?
Thunderfoot. I've been away for a while, so you never know.
Make a history check for me, Mugbeard. Look at all this lore that's being dumped by everybody today. Everyone's getting all these moments.
Except me.
And this comes.
Don't worry, you'll get those. 18. The last things that you saw before you went off on your drinking expedition was that...
Oh.
Sorry, did I say the wrong wording?
Drinking expedition.
Well, okay, but I thought that... Okay. I don't know, that's the right... you tell me what the right word to put it as.
This is my... Well... This is me actually going away because they want me as a master.
Oh, in other words, this is you no, I'm just running away from home.
Yeah, exactly.
The
But
other
I
dude
wouldn't put
was
it
on a
like
drinking
that.
expedition.
Okay, and you went off
Basically,
on...
I wouldn't put it like that. I would put it like I went on a quest
There you go.
to self-enrich myself.
Before you took up roots as a master. At least that's what you think. That's what they think, anyway. Alright. That noise. So at this point, the only thing you know of Master Thunderfoot, he was getting on his age, but he was still fighting Prime. He still was teaching the other members of the drunken ways and passing them on and stuff like that. But he seemed still in good health from the last thing that you remember.
Last I saw him, he was in good health, but you never know with those fricking halflings always attacking the place.
Halflings, huh?
Yes.
I see. Well, if you ever do get the chance to see him again, will you pass on the regards that Helix is waiting for him to come back to serve us once more.
Okay, I'll write this down. To Thunderfoot, Helix is awaiting your return.
Not to see Drew's smiley face only.
Just pretend
the smiley face.
Thank you. I
Right,
appreciate
you see the
it. Yeah, looks over, sees a smiley face, and looks at you. All right.
I was joking. It was a joke.
I know.
It is noted.
Okay. She looks over and goes, all right. Then, in that case... She claps her hands, and at this point, you see the very same assistant who led you into the room come out with this small metallic tray, and in the middle of it lies a small wooden box. The box is in a hexagonal shape. I'm hungry. I want a milkshake. Wooden shake. Oh, god damn it. Anyway.
I already beat you to it, Brownie.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you. My bad. At this point, she has the box to you. The small wooden hexagonal box.
I open the box.
And inside, there is something similar than you have seen before. But... inside is the shard of catalyst attached to a small black rope. It's sort of like a small necklace, but by a rope instead of instead of like a chain, it's more like a proper rope. And
can I remove the rope?
The rope is technically attached to it. It's sort of like a necklace, so you're just having it as just the gem.
I was thinking more like. I was thinking it was attached to something.
No. It's basically like a necklace. You know, it's think like a normal chain necklace, but instead of a chain, it's like a small, tiny black rope.
Oh wait, it's embedded in there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's basically that with a hook.
Not the chain like I wear.
No. It's basically like the stone attached to something metallic, and the metallic has a hook where the rope goes through it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Can I just remove the rope from the thing that's metallic? And then put the metallic thing around mine.
Alright. As long as you got it, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, that's fine. At this point, she sort of looks and just goes, I pray that you will not let any of this get into the wrong hands.
Again, also, I'm keeping the rope to give to Titanus when we get back to Hope Key.
Very well.
And I do swear that these will not fall into the wrong hands. And if I ever see Diction again, I'm gonna send a messenger with his head in a box.
I would prefer flowers in a box, but
No, how about this? If I kill Diction, you will receive a bouquet unlike anything you have ever seen.
That would actually be really nice.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
As
Getting kind of grim there, ain't we?
I tell you what, make it a bouquet. Make it a bouquet of white roses.
I thought oh wait, no, roses do come in white. Yeah, I was trying to remember. They come in every color but blue.
Yes. But yes.
All right, yeah, I'll do that.
Send me a bouquet with your name, or even just the name of Diction himself. Just send that. Diction's head wearing a flower crown instead.
Funny enough, that's what I was thinking.
I knew you were gonna do something demented.
We're dealing with madness
Me.
here.
You expect anything less from me?
Anyway, at this point, the two she sort of just hands this, and she feels a bit.
I was gonna roll for seduction, but I figured that'd be a bad idea.
Nope. No need. At this point,
Not this time.
yeah, she looks over at you, Mugbeard, for a brief moment and goes, I thank you for being the witness today, and it truly is an honor to meet one of the masters.
I swear on my deity, Scalen, that we will protect this.
I think.
And
All right.
I happily trust those words. Now, may I ask, when do you all plan to leave?
As soon as we talk to our. Actually, we don't know yet. Probably in the next 2 days.
I will probably say maybe the quicker the better, just in case, but take the time you need.
We gotta talk to our party
I
mates
thought you
first.
liked us.
Oh, I do. I'm beginning to warm up a little. It's just... I guess I just need to know, just in case if anything comes up, I know if you guys will still be in the city or not.
Alright. How about this? Can I talk to one of the can I talk to her about fortifying the town?
If you want to.
They want suggestions.
Go ahead, if you want to.
Mugbeard, I have tactical stuff I need to talk to her about. So if you wouldn't mind leaving and finding our fellow party mates, it'd be appreciated. Also, Moonraven, that was me. I'm opening a bottle of bourbon whiskey.
It was noticeable.
It was very.
Very
that cork is
noticeable.
very, very loud.
Every time.
That's why you should mute your mic.
Next time I will. Sorry about that.
Alright, so what are you doing, Mugbeard? Are you leaving the two to the room, or...?
I haven't been presented any gift. And I
I'll
walk away.
present you my fist to your face if you don't get out of here.
I was already walking away.
Alright.
I'm ignoring you.
Mugbeard just heads out the door at this point.
Alright, now we follow Mugbeard, considering I'm doing tactical stuff with cannons. So, let's go into Mugbeard's story now.
Alright.
I did it just to shorten I just did it to shorten out my,
Alright, so you're
talking
essentially...
time.
So let's just say, for the sake of clarity, you're talking... are you just talking about, like, plans of fortifying the city?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. We'll take care of that as such.
Yeah,
Now-
again, I did it just to shorten my speaking time.
That's perfectly fine. At this point, that's very respectful of you. Thank you. Alright, at this point, Mugbeard, you are led to the hallway of the manor, and you're led by the halfling, the halfling assistant, and she looks over in your direction and just says, I understand. Thank you for taking some time for what you have done for the city.
I just walk away.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, halflings. Nope.
Well, so much for Mugbeard being a gentleman.
Oh no, he's a gentleman.
Everyone except freaking halflings.
Well then let me ask you this: do you have an issue with Trilly?
Trilly's the
because
only.
she's proven herself.
Okay, it's just halflings that. Okay, so it's just halflings you don't know that bug you.
Yep.
Well, any halfling, unless I have actually grown accustomed and trust them. But that goes a long way.
Yep.
Racist.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
At this point,
I was waiting for that.
at this point, Mugbeard, you then hear something coming. You then hear something coming from outside the open doors as you make your way outside. As you make your way into the courtyard and just out of the doors, you then hear the sound of people running to the center of the square, and they're just sort of like, "There's a kerfuffle going on in the center. What's going on? I'm not sure. Just some people jumped down the well. Wait, what people? Oh, the tabaxi that we hired, and the bard, and that human girl."
God freaking. Okay, I'm going to run there.
All right. So, for the sake of levity, I will say that at this point, Mugbeard, you make your way there. Judging from the through the townspeople and stuff like that, as soon as you arrive in the center, you watch as the sight of the 4 people who jumped into the sewer have just finished climbing their way out. And you just hear people murmuring, and you're just sort of in the middle of a crowd. You're essentially here, while the team is here. Or rather, we'll go back to the... Oh wait, sorry, I forgot run map. You guys are... this is where you are. And the guys are here.
Okay, yay.
Alright. So what do you want to do, Mugbin? Are you pushing through the crowd? Are you just staying there?
Yes, I'm pushing through the crowd using my quarterstaff if needed.
Okay. I'll say as you do so, you make your way there. And as you rush there, you see the sight of the three... you see you see Secton just standing there completely unscathed, whilst the other three look kind of really bad on the legs right now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Mugbeard. I'm kind of coiling the rope I borrowed from Trilly at this point, and kind of double checking to make sure the lid is firmly secure.
The lid is fully secure.
Good.
Chris.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brownie.
Chris Brownie, whatever you want, go ahead.
Yeah. I've got a spell that can heal. Given that we're out of combat and it lasts a minute, am I allowed to use that to distribute some healing among the party members?
I'd say that could be allowed. What exactly is it?
Okay, in that case, Trilly is going to cast her new spell, Healing Spirit. And essentially, this sort of transparent wolf is going to appear next to her and just essentially wander over to I believe three of you are injured at the moment.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Essentially, this wolf is going to wander over to you, essentially nuzzle up against each of you for about 20 seconds, and you restore 3d6 hit points each.
Do you roll the 3d6?
They can roll it, I'm not...
Alright, well actually, I'll tell you what, to make it easier, you roll the 3d6. Just make it easier that way, because otherwise we'll be having to look at 3 different values. Might as well make it easier. Right. So, at this point, all of you watch as this manifestation of a wolf appears by the side of Trilly. It's just standing there in a pure blue glow. And you can see the shape of it, and before any of you get the chance to react, it leaps towards Ursula to start with and just sort of wraps itself round the legs just briefly. Almost like it's being a cat in a weird way.
I just stand completely still kind of enraged from earlier.
All right,
I kind of blink once and attempt to pet the wolf in curiosity.
As you reach for the wolf, your hand sort of just goes... Yeah. Oh, wow, how did you do that, Trill? So, is that just for Ursula, or is that...
that one's for Ursula.
Okay. Well, technically, you could have just rolled the numbers 3 times there, so... Oh. Wow! Okay! So, Ursula recovers 6 hit points, Topaz recovers 15 hit points, and Zelia recovers 8!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yay. Goody. Oh,
So the wolf nuzzles around Ursula to start with. Then it leaps around Zelion, and it does exactly the same thing. And then...
I attempt to pet it.
As you try to attempt to put your hand just goes through it.
Oh, okay.
And the wolf then jumps towards Topaz and does exactly the same thing.
And as it finishes nuzzling the last of you, Trilly opens her eyes and it just dissipates and fades.
Wow.
Now, if I may say, you all need a drink. So let's go to the pub.
No. One night was enough, thank you. Alright, maybe one drink, but I'm not having another contest.
I come back.
I'm
just pissed
paying 2 drinks for you.
Alright.
You know what's funny to me?
What's that?
What's funny to me is that Trilly won the contest. Yes, she's still suffering from a massive hangover.
She drank literally the weirdest concoction that probably she's ever touched in her life. I don't think she'd be really any different, to be honest.
I am half the size as well.
That's true. That's true.
She drank a little bit more.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Trilly's half the size.
And I still kept up with you buggers.
You did one better.
Exactly. That's why I like you.
At this point now, as all of you are situated around the well, the people are sort of gathering and they're murmuring around. And as there's nothing else going on, the crowd sort of just looks over just briefly. They're sort of just not sure exactly what's going on. And then someone calls over, "What happened? What's going on? Are we in danger again?"
Yes.
No, Mugbeard, no. Just shut up. Okay.
Wait, we are?
Huh?
We are in danger?
Oh, no. Okay,
Of course you are.
scared.
Oh, wait.
You're the dwarf!
I want to punch. I like to punch him. It doesn't do any damage, but I'll punch him.
Okay. He's just gonna... where are you gonna punch him?
In the kneecaps.
Alright.
Okay,
Make
just for clarity, who is truly punching?
Mugbeard. To shut him up. It's essentially if we look at the Higurashi Raman, it's the old "Who wants to see what colour her underwear is?" Boom! You'll say one more word.
Personally, my favorite thing to do when Mugbeard starts doing that is to knock him unconscious.
It's true.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
so I'll say so Trilly, roll a D20 and add a strength just to see if you at least connect the punch. 20. Yeah, I'd say that connects you, right, Mugbeard?
Yeah.
Alright, so boom, the punch connects you right on your body.
I'm not going to take a hint.
Alright, fair enough.
Oh, all right. I sigh. And then I turn to the crowd. Okay. Okay, so there are no spiders in the sewers? That's the good news. Bad news, there are giant rats now.
At this point, you hear the crowd sort of just go, "Oh, we've always had giant rats in those sewers."
There's, of course, how, you know what, I'm not even gonna question anything.
I knew that would get that response.
Okay.
I'm starting to get really uncomfortable with all the stairs.
Yeah.
That makes two of us.
Okay, nothing to see here. We're all good. We're fine. Everything's fine.
At this,
They're good. You're all in mortal danger.
The entrance to the sewers is blocked off. That's all. No, do not send
Never
any
open
fighters.
it again.
I'm going to. There is something I would like to do. I would like to attempt to I don't think I need to do any rolls for this, but I want to at least attempt to stand up to see if I'm perfectly fine.
you don't really have to. But you recovered your hit points. You're perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Everyone who took the hits, you can stand up now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been standing.
All right.
I've been
Well, you were standing because you were still like pissed.
Yeah. At this point,
embarrassing.
at this point, Mugbeard, you notice Ursula's face at this point. It's not the slight nervous face of being with the crowd, but it seemed more tense than usual.
Well, there's only one way I know how to help people.
Mugbeard, don't you dare right now.
I
just hold
walk
up my
to
hand.
Ursula, and I offer her my beard flask of beer.
Oh. So at this
I
point,
just
you
look at it like, what am I supposed to do with this?
It's
Take
beer,
a
drink
drink.
it.
Take a drink.
So, just to
I
let
don't
you guys know,
drink.
I think this is the first time that Ursula has noticed the beer flask, just to let you know. It is a small silver flask decorated with the symbol of the Drunken Master, which is a fist punching a beer can. Or basically a beer, a glass beer thing. Fuck it up. Mug, thank you. I
Mug of
can't.
beer.
Thank you. A mug of beer. Ha! Yeah,
I just look at it and then look at Mugbeard. So you're expecting me to drink that?
Well, yes.
I don't drink, Mugbeard. So thanks, but no thanks.
I kind of slowly push the beard flask away
Well,
from.
in that case, I offer you a potion of healing.
Oh. Wait, and you offer the item?
Yep.
Oh.
I just sigh. No amount of healing can reverse trauma. So
Okay, I'm putting it back in my inventory. I tried.
Think of it this way, Mugbeard. You get an A for effort.
Do I what?
You get an A for effort.
Okay,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wait, is that Lena or Topaz talking?
That would basically be me talking.
Oh, fair
Just
enough.
regular me. Regular me.
Yeah. It might be better if you say it as Topaz, because then maybe Mugbeard might like you. Alright.
Okay, I have to ask, is he racist against tabaxis?
No.
Wouldn't it be speciesist?
Point being...
No. It would be racist because the tabaxi is a race.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, same with
technically.
Halfling.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he's
so
really he is specifically against halflings because of attacks against, well, the fortress and them trying to steal things.
Mm-hmm. But we'll get to that on a later time. Anyway, carry on.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to hear Aeon, aka Trilly, say racist again.
Racist.
Fair enough. Anyway, Zelion and Ursula, please continue if that's what you wish to do.
Wordly look over at Ursula as I hand Trilly back her rope.
Okay. At this,
Ooh,
yeah.
festive rope, lovely.
At this point, Chopper, you come back in as Magnus. You make your way back into the center, kind of looking quite proud with yourself after your talk, and you arrive and see your team essentially all together. And as you get closer, you see things are looking just a little bit tense at the minute.
There's sparks
What
in
the
it.
hell happened over here?
None of your business.
Oh, and to answer,
None of my
yeah.
business.
To answer your question, by the way, Sparks is still right next to you. He's just sort of looking over you all at this point. Oh, almost like a guardian, I guess.
Ah, cool. Cool. Okay, simply put, we were just in the sewers, and I think we may have found something of great importance.
What do you think it is?
I pull out the staff.
So,
Found a stick?
Now take a good look at it, Magnus.
So Matt-
Ooh.
I just
so-
kind of glare
You
at
found a
it.
fancy stick?
Yeah. So Mugbeard, Magnus, Trilly, the three of you look over and you see the sight of the large wooden stick, decorated with gold and silver patterns, a small green handle on the bottom, a hook on the top that still attaches to the stick, and then attached to the other side of it, sort of connecting it like a heart in a way, is a scorpion tail, with the points meeting on the top.
Like I said, you found a fancy looking stick?
Okay, this Magnus, I
Fancy stick, so a quarterstaff. I'll
No.
take it.
No. I pulled it away. No. Listen, guys, listen.
Can I whack Mugbeard without him taking any damage?
Oh, you can knock him out.
If he wants to take it,
Okay, man.
carry on, Zelion. Del? Oh, I think we lost Del. Check 1, 2. Can anyone still hear me? I can't hear anybody. Hang on. Hold on. Check. Oh dear. I think I dropped from the call. Oh. Check? Hang on, guys. We're gonna try fix this, I think. Yeah, I think we might be there. Hang on a second. We'll see if we can try fix this. We'll be right back, guys.